Nooble 10 just subscribed on YouTube.
But I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.
Hanging from a thread till you dead, cause your partner put a price on your head. Cause your chick was laying up in his bed, she getting details, spilling every word that you said. She working retail, thirsty bitch just trying to get ahead. If history tell us anything, y'all both end up dead. It's just a street tale of fable, some shit someone said. Sit at the table and hope there's more to offer than bread. Pulled out the cradle, first steps you getting chased by a fed. No head starts, just body parts and lead sparks. Old religion, brand new hate and weak hearts. Oligarchs, krakens, dragons, you see sharks. Imagine you could manage to maneuver the deep part. You a savage, you could have it, just show all your teeth sharp. If you could grab it, you could stab it, just aim for the bleeding heart. The ones that show compassion, a soldier that seeks art. Does the artist that wage war take over or take part? Taking a knee, thinking no one faithful is me. I'm good people in bad lands, no evil live within me. I mind mine, I'll survive, find this land's for the free. If I'm mistaken, I'm forsaken, no one rescuing me. Residual effects, stray bullets through familiar necks. For any number of infractions that I deem disrespect. Your beliefs, you deserve better, but we both in the shit. You just haven't come to grips with it yet. Fight or flight, and they ain't really nowhere to go. If your back is against the wall and you ain't throwing no blows, you gon' crumble in the rubble, become blood in the snow. If you a victim, they collect them, grab the body and go. Dig them and ditch them, total disregard for the soul. Gas them and lit them, watch the flesh burn in the glow. Where we live and catch a shivering, it's a hell you don't know. Your best hope is that your dying ain't slow, or your dying's a show. Where we at, it's every man for his own. A bloody backdrop, where killers just zone and slice flesh to the bone. Masked and gloved up front of your home. A flash of gun, but the side of your dome. Fresh blood from a stone, dents in your sense. Kick your fucking ball through the fence, dare you to say something. No sense in sitting around in suspense. Find out what's next, open your fucking mouth, disrespect. See the extent of how my life is intense. She beautiful and oppressed in a permanent summer dress. She a servant and still she blessed. Children cradled against her breast, whispering prayers, wishing their souls the best, knowing that they forgotten, not forgetting they're blessed. The bloodiest red lights, just piles of dead life. Something must be broken, the glyphs wasn't read right. You think them Bible papers was shed light? Yeah, right. Burn after reading, tell the preacher I'm leaving. What is poppin', people? Welcome back to Shy Ill Reacts. I'm your host, Shy Ill, and we are back in the building. Salutes to y'all for being here on this lovely Friday night. Hope everybody got after that money this week. Millions! All right, wishing $1 million on everybody. Just an extra million, you know what I'm saying? One on the side. All right, salutes to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Let's get it. We got a couple of things to cover tonight. What is popping, y'all? What is popping? All right, hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Hit that shit on the way in. Let's get it. Knock that down. Boom, put that over. Cool. What's good, y'all? I already see good news in the chat. I like good news in the chat. Salutes. Let's run through real quick. Shout out Deb Heiser first. Happy Friday, Shy and chat. Hope everyone had a blessed week. Salutes to you. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Shout out JP. Salute Shy Ill, my dude, Ill Cartel members in chat. Hope you've all had a blessed and grateful hood rat shit with my friends Friday.
But I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.
Right. Like and subscribe to the great quality content. It's free. Don't cost you a thing. Just a little kinetic energy. Get it done. All right, salud Zoraida on the check-in. Es viernes y el cuerpo lo sabe. Indeed it does. My cuerpo saying, yeah, motherfucker, enough. But never enough when you're walking against the wind. What else we got going on in here? All right. Salute Shannon. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Shout out 298 on the check-in. 298 said, I got to see my son for a couple of days. Salutes to you, sir. That makes me happy, all right? We got the good news the other day. Velez got a new addition to his family. So blessings to them. And salutes to you getting to see your son. That's why I love my chat. We looking for good shit in the chat. All right? You can come in here and talk your shit, but you know, once you get out of pocket, then you end up in the fucking
Put him in the fucking bedroom, man.
I got a chat that's, invested. Shout out Miguel Lopez, salutes. Our resident Mexican Confederate. All right, salutes to everybody showing 298 love. Salutes. Celebration. All right, shout out Velez. Que pasiones, plebes. Salutes to you, sir. Oh, shit, he got his little hat back. No,
mommy's wake.
Got his little hat back on. I got to go in the Discord, let everybody know we here quickly. I've been so busy. I keep putting shit in. I gotta clap myself. I'm putting shit in the wrong section here. Alright, boom. I'll drop this one in here. Put them in the fucking batch. Alright. The Discord knows what's popping. I was gonna ask 298 today if he took his son's birthday gift out for a spin. I know you did. Don't fucking lie. You might not have fit on that motherfucker, but you took it for a spin. Right. Commercial interrupted your entrance. Pinche tubo. My apologies. I got it set for every half hour, considering how long you're here. Every half hour, but if it caught you in the middle, my bad. We got to do what we got to do. Keep shit moving around here. All right. Salutes. Couple of things we're going to talk about today. Quickly. Again, we're here for a good time, not a long time. We're going to talk about the Chicago Sun-Times article. They spoke to Jay Flores. After what they did to, after what they tried to do with that last article, we're going to ask him when he comes around, like, why you even talk to these motherfuckers? But I get it. Salute Shy, everyone in the chat. Shout out Adrian Torres on the check-in. Salute 323G on the check-in. Appreciate you. Alright. Miguel Lopez says something. Where's that? Shout out Shannon. I left 3 messages over on Mac. I haven't seen any of those comments. Again, even Zorada said the comments that I made last night vanished. Maybe some did, maybe some did. El tubo, they just don't like me. It's just not my friend. All right. But shout out Miguel Lopez, Tacos and Tamale Fest in Blue Island. Pull up, I'm out here. Salutes to you, Miguel. Be safe, have fun out there. Maybe one day me and you do a Shy City food reaction out here, and you take me to some of the spots that you fuck with. Salutes. All right, salutes to salutes to Matt Cox in that interview. That interview is doing very well. All right, got about 30,000 spins in 24 hours, so that's a good look. All right, hopefully it leads to more subs and views. Boom, we're gonna cover that. We're gonna cover that new Sun Times article. We're gonna cover a feature from Cartel Insider about the war in Sinaloa. And just do a preamble of the fights tomorrow. I'm considering, I know I've been saying, let's do the live streams over there at Head Kicks, but I think I'm going to keep the live streams over here, even if it's just a few of us, just in case new people want to come through that don't know there's another channel. And over there, I'm not monetized or nothing, so the only thing that works over there for money is Power Chat. So maybe we just keep it over here. As long as the Super Chat's open, we'll be all right. So tomorrow night we'll be here for the fights. We'll be on this channel for the fights live. I'll be reacting to the Manny Pacquiao fight, and I'll be Manny Pacquiao versus Barrios, and I'll be reacting to Dustin Poirier retirement fight versus Max Holloway. Again, two of my favorite fighters. Looking forward to that. So we'll be here for that. I was gonna oil up the chair today, but I looked down. There's too many things to oil up. I gotta take my time with that. So, shout out to nice. Hey, I'm driving. Just drive, bro. Don't worry about us. Drive, listen, do your thing. All right, get there safely. All right, shout out Upper Echelon on the check-in. What else? Yeah, so I want to talk about that. And I don't know anything else that we run into. I'll be taking the weekend to edit a couple of, pieces that'll drop during the week. Again, I need a clone, man. Not enough me. Not enough anything. So I wonder if my comment with the mess up got deleted. Nah, that shit's still there. That chair. Maybe the chair's alright. Exactly, Shannon. That's it right there. Plus, the newbies may not be aware of the Head Kicks channel. Absolutely. So we'll just keep doing the live streams here, and I'll just do my features when I want to talk about fighters and shit over there. It's just not enough me. Not enough me to edit. Not enough me to film. Not enough me to do any of this shit. All right. Shout out Upper Echelon. Did I say something that wasn't true? What are you talking about? You fucking insecure? You walked in here insecure today? Oh, did you say something? We ain't even got to the article yet, man. Let us get to the article. I read some of the article, but you got to relax. We'll answer that question. We'll see if you're a liar or not after we get through the interview. I mean, through the article. Salutes. All right. We ain't even got there yet. And don't get it fucked up. On the internet, all we hear is bullshit. So we got, we heard it from Mr. Jack Riley the other day for fucking hours. Tomas Gonzalez. Fuck out of here.
Marvin Toribio just subscribed on YouTube.
Shout out Marvin Toribio on the check-in. I appreciate you. Shout out to T Newbie on the subscription too. And who else? Who else is in here? Nick Hatsex, Michael W. Blaze. Salutes Big Money Sonny. We appreciate him. That was the other night. Yeah. He got the green light. JP want the green light to clap you when the time comes. Next time Peter comes around, he don't want Robin around and shit. Get clappage. Alright, y'all. Honey's up in the chat. I don't know if I should do this now or later. Maybe I'll fucking just do it right now. See if it even works. Yeah, it does. Boom. The wheel is open. For anybody that wants to spin the wheel before we get started, the wheel is open. $10 through Power Chat, Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. $13 through Super Chat. 3 spin limit per timer. Right? You don't have to play the game, but if you'd like to play the game is open.
Your chair too much under there to just WD-40. Man, this shit get a lot of ass. Chair get a lot of ass, man. You know? This chair get a lot of ass. Salutes Miguel Lopez. Marvin Torobio, welcome. Salutes to you. This chair gets a lot of ass. Alright. Boom. I got this Sun-Times article right here. Again, the last time he spoke to the Sun-Times was the I will put WD-40 on the list. That's funny. El Avengers, this is not a drill, all right? But last time he spoke to the Sun-Times, they said all kind of shit, you know? They outed the girls being on their way home. They outed, or they said that he wasn't in witness protection. But the way they did it, they just did it, you know. But you know how Jay works. Jay gonna make them, you know. It's like that. Was it a Jay-Z song? You gonna love me. He gonna make you love him. Chicago Sun-Times. All right, so boom, he got another article with the Sun-Times, and we're gonna get to that shortly. As soon as this wheel's done, these spins are done. You need the link. Link for what? We got links. There's the Discord link. Copy. Again, mouse. Boom. There's the Discord link. If anybody that wants to jump in our Discord, all right, trading recipes in that motherfucker. Get recipes in the Discord, all right? Boom. Birds don't sing. Yo, for anybody that's into hip-hop music or rap music, that Clips album is crazy. Oh, the Power Chat link. God damn it. You know, I gotta probably start the timer over. I failed. And it was because I didn't want to miss the top. But yeah, I failed. I failed that life. You're right. The link. Son of a bitch. Not the fucking link. Here we go. We got links. We got links. I tweaked. Boom. Power Chat link. And a Streamlabs link. And I'll be nice and I'll start the timer over. Alright? You got an extra 3 minutes today. I tweaked. That was my fault. Alright, but yeah, Clips album. I was stuck on the first song for like 4 days, didn't get to the rest of the album. It's called The Birds Don't Sing. Crazy. I love when MCs get personal. You know what I'm saying? And this is the story of Pusha and Malice. Pusha's talking about his mother's passing, and Malice is talking about their father's passing. Okay, mind you, for those that don't know, the Clips are brothers. Clips are brothers. And just the story's crazy. It's a terrifying song, but amazing record with John Legend on the hook. Great song. Birds Don't Sing. Boom. Let me pin that. Now that it's there. 'Cause the birds don't sing. Come on, man. I'm trying to pin it. Can I pin it? There's too many fucking links in there for me to pin it. Fingers too fat and shit. Wonder if you mods can pin anything. Oh, there it is. Boom. Rappers are wacky. I listen to Rock Hill Trompito. Relax. You gotta relax. Shout out Shannon. She said the mixtapes rocks. But she's Miguel Lopez. She's talking about my mixtapes, Papa. She's talking about my old mixtapes that I got with Nonstop. Shout out Upper Echelon. Blessings to everyone in the chat. Can we get the power chat link? Shout out Eddie Jimenez on the check-in. Miguel Lopez witnesses his protection of a 4-5 tucked openly in my gated community. Hail Trompito. Also, you should cover my attorney Jeffrey Lippman going at President of Mexico. Yeah, we can look at that too. I saw her talking. He talking too. Mira que your lawyer. I mean, at this point, he an agent. He's just an agent. He's just there to make a deal. When's the last time that boy won a case? I don't know what Eddie Jimenez talking about. He said I left down Kingery Road, Route 83. Wow, I lived in Naperville. All Naperville call themselves Chicagoans. I'm headed home to New Lenox, Illinois. Miss me with the horse shit if y'all on Route 30. Shout out Zach Letline on the check-in.
No mommy's weak.
I'm up in here, salute Shy and the usual suspect. Clips of my favorite duo. Shy, did you find the code red yet? Nah, I ain't even look for it, Papa. I ain't got time for shit.
Zoraida sent $20 salud. Congratulations on making the channel grow 100 puntos. Jarra de cerveza, vaso de whiskey. Just spin.
That accent is so hilarious. Shout out Zoraida for the $20 power chat. Salud. Congratulations on making the channel grow. A beer and a shot. Just spin. All right, I'm just gonna spin. Salute to you, and I hope for a winning hand for you today. All right. I hope for a winning hand for you today. Anyone deserves it.
Jonathan Pantria sent $20. I need 2 spins please, as you need a new chair and mouse at least. All kinds of great music has dropped in the last 2 weeks. Green light to Robin and all nut huggers. Finally hoodrat shit my friends Friday F Orange Man and the government.
Oh shit. Hold on a sec. Alright, shout out JP for the $20 power chat. I need 2 spins, please, as you need a new chair and a mouse at least. All kinds of great music dropped this week. Yeah, I haven't even got past that album. I got there. I ain't even finished that album yet. Again, I ain't got time for shit. Green light to Robin and all nut huggers. Alright? JP's trying to put everybody.
Put him in a fucking bed, you might.
Finally, hood rat shit with my friends Friday. F Orange Man and the government. Alright, salutes. Salutes JP on the spins. And we will get those popping straight away. All right. Shout out Dago. Salutes. Claudia Scheinbaum is all freaking out.
Upper Echelon sent $19.99 on YouTube. Happy Friday everyone.
Happy
Blessing
Friday.
to the usual suspects and to Chi and the most amazing wifey Val.
Salutes, boy. Salutes to Upper Echelon for the $20 power chat. I mean super chat. Give me 1 sec, I'll read that. Happy Friday, everyone. Blessings to the usual suspects. It's Shy Ill and the most amazing wifey Val. Salutes to you. Salutes to Val. Salutes to the family. Right? We'll try to finish this stream early because we know she's gonna be like, get your motherfucking ass in the bed. Apúrate. Let's go. Right? It's bedtime, motherfucker. Right? Listen here, man. Motherfucking Jay Flores been missing in action out this motherfucker, man. All right? Missing in action, boy. Wifey come home, you don't catch a glimpse of this motherfucker, man. Salutes to them, though. I hope they're having an amazing time. Shout out Jesus Martinez, North Carolina. Salutes to you. Please, no horse shit like Jack in the Box. Yeah. Jack in the Box. He was, that's definitely Jack shit. He was talking a lot of Jack shit. Shout out Zoraida. She's going to pull out the rosary. She's going to get her rosary popping. All right. Get the rosary popping. What's the Cash App? The Cash App is at the bottom of the screen. No, that ain't. The Cash App is $CHI 1871. Salute to you, sir. Shout out DJ Artistic. I haven't been here in a minute, but it's good to see that you hit 10K. I was checking you out when you had under 1,000. Salute to you, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. For everybody else that's in here, if you have yet to hit the like button, please do. We ain't even got the party started yet. All right, but thank you for being here and hang out some more. You know what I want to do hood rat things with my friend. It's
But I
Friday.
wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.
That's what it is, Adrian. That's where we at. All right. Upper, he's special need. Miguel special needs. Shout out Dedecio. The podcast with Matt Cox was dope. Learned even more. Shy. I never knew he was an actor too. Who was an actor too? I was an actor too. You didn't know I was an actor? You're an actor? What are we doing here? Whatever happened to Oso? He's cool. I talked to him today. He'll probably be around in a little while. He should be around for the fights tomorrow night. Boom, boom, boom. All right, man. Let's get these spins off. We're going to get Zoraida a spin. She said just spin. All right, just spin. And Zoraida deserves a win. So let's get it. We're going from right here. Oh, shit. Shout out Miguel Lopez. It's your first time playing. I'm going to take you're going to get your spins, Papa. We're going to get your spins in. Salutes. It's a 3-spin minimum, but you're going to get your spins. And I'm hoping Zoraida get her 100 right here, all right? Salutes. But I appreciate you, Miguel Lopez. Thank you very much. Confirm that. Let's get it. Birds don't sing. Let's get it. All right, we're going straight with the spins for Zoraida. Come on. Oh, she gets to spin again. She getting 3 spins. Okay. Spin again. Saved her. That saved her. All right. She said just spin, so I'm just going to spin. All right. We want the resurrection of Zoraida's percentage ratio here. Right? Come on, Zoraida. I'm pulling for you, Zoraida. I'm pulling for you. No. Keep going. No. Oh, no. That's okay. I'm going to donate one to you. Don't worry about it. You deserve one. Salutes. All right, next spin for Zoraida. But she likes that my kidneys are, nice and hydrated and shit. She ain't mad at that. All right, let's get it. Another spin. Let's go. Let's hope she nails. Get a double shot for Zoraida right here. Double. Let's double up. All right, got a beer. All right, got a beer. Boom. Salute Zoraida. Let's see how the rest of this goes. I'm going to have an extra shot for you. All right? Not a double, but extra shot for you. Salute. All right, boom. Zoraida with the beer. Who is next? JP's next. JP, we going 5 and adjust, or what are we doing? Hit the like button if you have yet to do so, y'all. We'll be we'll get into the process ASAP. All right, ASAP. All right, yeah, let me comment on this. Boom. JP got the green light out on, buddy. Oh, no, I can't comment on it anymore. Oh, wait, did it end that I can't comment on it? Boom, salute to
Durkee sent $5, just wanted to support the channel.
Salute Dercio for the $5 power chat. Just want to support the channel. I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Boom. All right, I think I did that. Ya dependido. It depends what it look like. I might get smashed with 9 shots here, but no, you already got you one, man. Keep it balanced. 1 alcohol, 1 water. Let's see. Shout out John Good on the check-in. Mandatory if you want to participate in hood rat shit with your friends, you gotta smash the like button. You got to. Shout out Dennis. You said you're an actor on the podcast, so I was hearing. Yeah, I'm an actor. I thought you knew that already. When you said I didn't know he was an actor too, I thought you meant like somebody else. I was like, who else was an actor? But yes, sir, I'm an actor, professionally. That's what I do to get paid. Miguel Lopez, I peeped that. JP, what's the shuffle, man? You don't have time. You know where it's at. I'm just gonna go with 5. We're gonna go with the 5. All right. Salute Dercio. Salute JP, Zoraida, and Miguel. All right, JP, I'm doing it, bro. 5 and an adjustment. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is JP's first spin. Oh, stop. Bong rip. Bong rip. Alright, bong rip. So what I got so far? I got a beer. I got a beer and a bong rip, a gorilla bong rip. Boom. What else? Alright. JP, I'm going to give you 5 once again because you're taking too long. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get it. Oh, no. Did he just double up? He doubled up. Shit. Arrebatado. All right. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so, y'all. Salutes. All right. Now we're going to move on to Miguel Lopez's 3. Miguel Lopez gets 3 spins. All right. Salutes. Miguel Lopez, you want us to shuffle any specific amount of times, or you just want me to shoot from the hip and spin that shit? Hit the like button if you have yet to do so, y'all. A couple of things we're going to discuss after we get out of here is a Sun-Times article where Jay Flores says the Sinaloa Cartel is over. Which I believe that. I believe it's already not what it was. That's for sure. Hit that like button. Half of y'all are stingy. Hit that like button. Salutes. I'm just listening for some feedback. I'm hearing some feedback out of somewhere. All right. So he doubled up on the bongage, all right? Doubled up on the bongage. Shout out JP. I'm finna start Friday live watch parties with the homies and making a drinking game of it. Every time you play my drop, we take a shit. Come on, Zachary.
No mommy's
way. Talking about he gonna start a Friday night live watch party with the homies and make a drinking game of it. Every time you play my drop, we take a shit. That's a horrible party, Zach.
No.
You wildin', Zach. You wildin'. Shout out JP. I want my 5 spins in the dust, please. My mom Randall. No, we already did your shit, man. And I did 5 shuffles for each one. And you hit both of them. You got 2 gorillas. Upper echelon in the top spot. I don't have my glasses. You don't need your glasses as long as you got a toilet with the party you talking about over there, bro. Shit. All right, what do we do? So, boom, those were JP's. Now we're going to move on to Miguel's. All right, and Miguel didn't say how many shuffles, so we're going to shoot from the hip. And here we go.
Are y'all ready to party? Let's go! Get your hands up! 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 Get your hands up!
All right, we got a shot. We got a shot from Miguel Lopez. All right, got a shot. Boom. Let's give him another spin. Shoot from the hip. Let's get it. Skip a turn. Woo-wee. She thought it was being scary right there. All right, he got one more coming. Let's get it. Oh, shit. It's crazy out here, man. God damn. All right, I see y'all. What's that? Another gorilla. Boom. I think we're done right there. Put my face on it. And I'm going to add the shot for Zoraida. Boom, Zoraida getting a shot because she deserves it. She earned it. Let's see. That was stupid. Alright, boom. That's my condena right there. Shit's looking crazy. Alright, shit is looking crazy. Boom. Salutes to everybody that played the game. Salutes to all the donators. Salutes Upper Echelon, Delcio, JP, Zoraida, Miguel Lopez. I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys very much. Boom. Zach, nasty ass. Zach sounds nasty as fuck, my dude.
Mono con los ojos tapados.
Nah, but we got it. He gonna start a watch party. He gonna do a shot every time
No, mommy's weak.
it's played. Sean knows that Will hates you. Yeah, that's it. We're getting a little payback to the Will for you. It did you good though. You got one of those JP percentages today, so you good. All right. We're gonna start with shit. We're gonna start with the Sun Times article, so that means I'm gonna read. So let me grab my beer quickly. I'm gonna grab my beer quickly, and we'll get started over here. Let me see if there's something that I could play in the meantime, between time. Shit, I'm over here trying to get clapped and shit. I almost played the live performance of the Birds Don't Sing right there. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see nothing real. Everything clickbaity out here. Well, we probably got to look in on that too. Look in on that the Manny versus Finney situation. We got to see what happened in the courtroom with that. Anyway, you'd like to replace the lungs with some liquor? Hell no. Hell no. Ain't no negotiations going down right now. All right? Relax. Don't get ahead of yourself, all right? Don't get ahead of yourself. And you rather have that anyway, man. Right? That right there, that's going to do is damage. It's going to do it quickly. All right? But no, that's the answer now. Okay? No negotiations with terrorists. Right? Don't get all happy family-ish. I still know it's y'all against me, motherfuckers. All right, shout out Luis Garcia on the check-in. Salutes. So I hooked you up, because I feel like you deserve it. You swing that wrench, give an inch, they take a mile. These motherfuckers break their toys and shit, you know what I mean? They break their toys. I'm just trying to figure out where this feedback loop is coming from. But anyways, let me grab this beer. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. To everybody that was impatient and bounced, it's all good. We do what we do here. You get used to us. Don't worry. You get used to us. JP said, I figured I'd ask. Nothing wrong with asking. Nothing wrong with getting shot down in a blaze of glory either. I mean, all right. We're going to get to this article. First thing I'm going to do is knock one of these gorillas off the table early. Shout out Primo on the check-in. Welcome. Shout out JP.
Mono con los ojos tapados.
Mono con los ojos tapados. Coño. There you go. That's one down. One down. Out here in Sedona with the wife and the kids. Salutes to y'all. Salutes to the family. Safe travels. All right. Safe travels. Zach said, yo, speaking of the Clips album, on the interview, they said that Def Jam didn't want him to drop the joint with Kendrick, so they bought out their contract, which makes him now independent. Yeah. Which is crazy. Music business is the dirtiest business in the game. Good for them. Salutes to a 48-year-old and a 52-year-old that's able to put out quality music and shit on these teenagers who should be better than the best that ever existed by now. But they're not. All right? They're not. It's kind of frustrating. But yeah, again, I need one of these channels to pop so that we could go have these music conversations on the For Beginners channel. Maybe I'll change the name of that somehow. But I want to have these music conversations. I want to have, but, you know, it's just not enough me. That coño, boy, that shit was, you know, lungage, bro. Pure lungage right there. All right? JP try to switch it out. He tried to throw that shit on my liver. Let's get it. Chicago Sun-Times. Hold on.
You don't want no problems.
And I'm going to hit record on this. Let's get it. Start recording. El Chapo's son's plea deal signals demise of the Sinaloa Cartel. Ex-Chicago Brocane Kingpin says. Margarito J. Flores Jr. helped bring down Cartel boss Joaquin El Pocha Guzman Loera. He says the cooperation of at least one of Pocha's sons with U.S. authorities shows the Mexican drug cartels aren't as solid as they appear. When Margarito J. Flores Jr. agreed in 2008 to help the U.S. topple El Pocha, he knew he could end up paying a deadly price for flipping on the Mexican Sinaloa rug cartel boss. A federal judge even warned him at his 2015 sentencing, every time you start a car, you're going to be wondering, is that car going to start or is that car going to explode? That motherfucker he watched Batman, The Dark Knight. You know what I'm saying? When the judge got in the car and the car blew up and all that shit, he was watching The Dark Knight the night before. The judge was. He was like, every time you get into a car, you think it's going to explode. No mommy's way.
No mommy's way.
Now that one of Pocha's sons, Ovidio, has agreed to do exactly what Flores did almost 2 decades ago and admit his guilt and cooperate with U.S. law enforcement officials, Flores says, I do believe that we've seen the demise of the Sinaloa Cartel as we once knew it. Flores, 43, who's now out of prison and teaching cops the ins and outs of drug trafficking, says Guzman's agreement to cooperate with U.S. authorities shows the double standard in the way the cartel's leaders view flipping. Ironically, it's their own family that wrote the rules on flipping when it benefits them, Flores says in an interview with the Chicago Sun-Times. These guys preach loyalty, but they only mean it when they're on top. The moment it stops serving them, they move differently. He and his twin brother Pedro Flores grew up in a little village and became what prosecutors say were the biggest drug traffickers in Chicago history. They smuggled an average of more than a ton of cocaine a month from Mexico to the United States from 2005 to 2008, and El Chapo was their number one supplier. You know, the success, fleeting. The time at the top, fleeting. The after effects, continuous and foregoing into the future. That's just what it is. It's life. 2008, after being caught by the feds, they was caught. Somebody threw a net over their head and shit and caught them. In 2008, after being caught by the feds, the brothers agreed to help the U.S. The brothers agreed before they got caught. They never got caught. The brothers agreed when they reached out and said, hey, man, we could get you this. And y'all said, all right, you're on your own. Get it. The brothers agreed to help the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration penetrate Pocha's drug empire. A secretly recorded phone negotiation between Pedro Flores and Pocha about a 20-key Sharon deal was key evidence that helped convict the Sinaloa Cartel boss in 2018 in New York and sent him to prison for life. Then in 2023, Ovidio and the 3 other sons of Pocha were charged in Chicago with drug trafficking. Prosecutors say their operation was one of the biggest suppliers to the United States of Fetty Wap, a rug blamed in the unalivings of thousands of people in Chicago in recent years. On July 11th, Ovidio pleaded guilty, agreeing to cooperate with federal prosecutors in Chicago, California, and New York. Under the deal, he also required to cooperate with the he's also required to cooperate with the Justice Department's narcotics and dangerous drug section and to pay the government $80 million. His brother Joaquin Guzman is awaiting trial in Chicago. Pocha's son Ivan Archibaldo and Alfredillo also face federal drug trafficking charges in Chicago, but haven't been arrested. The U.S. government is offering $10 million in rewards for their capture. We all know that's bullshit. Ain't nobody get that mile money that we know of. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so, y'all. Salutes. Margarito Flores says he never met Ovidio. My dealings were more with his brothers, Alfredo and Ivan. But Ovidio's cooperation doesn't surprise me, he says. And I wouldn't be surprised when Joaquin pleads guilty. He also says he thinks that Ivan and Alfredo will eventually reach out to make a deal or cooperate when they get arrested. Flores calls Ovidio Guzman's plea agreement a strategic play for survival and leverage. Ovidio's lawyer didn't respond to a request for comment. Flores points out that Vicente Zambada Niebla, a son of Sinaloa Cartel co-founder El Yoma, also pleaded guilty to drug charges in Chicago in 2013. Vicente Zambada gave explosive testimony against El Pocha. Last year, El Yoma was arrested and extradited to New York, where he too faces drug charges. El Pocha's son Joaquin is believed to have tricked El Yoma into getting on a plane, telling him they were going to look at real estate. Like, these people, I don't have no faith in news companies, man. These media outlets are bullshit. We know that wasn't no trick. No, there was no real estate in the trick to get that man out that country. The trick was, I need you to come quell this beef between these politicians. The trick was not, no, let's go look at some real estate. Let's go look at some airstrips. Get the fuck out of here.
No, mommy's wait.
The Chicago Sun-Times is crazy. Is believed to have tricked El Yoma into getting on a plane, telling them they're going to look at real estate in Mexico when they really were headed to Texas, where they were arrested at an airport in El Paso. Joaquin might have used the ruse as ammunition for a hoped-for deal with U.S. authorities for himself and to help his already jailed brother Ovidio, sources say. Factions loyal to Yoma and Pocha's four sons, known as the Chapados, have been warring in Mexico since Yoma's capture. Flores says he's thankful for the deal he and his brother made with the feds in Chicago. When my brother and I turned ourselves in on November 30th, 2008, there weren't many people at our level cooperating, and definitely not voluntarily. He says, in some ways, I believe we helped set a precedent that it's possible to walk away from that life and start over. Today, you've got people who once mocked the idea now living freely in the U.S. under new identities. That's a powerful incentive. We walked away. We became fathers. And we built something positive out of the wreckage. If Ovidio and his brothers are not cooperating, and especially if they turned on Yoma, that's a major win for the U.S. government and a huge one for the DEA's Chicago office. Tomas Gonzalez. It also exposes the reality these organizations aren't as solid as they appear. Deals between U.S. authorities and Sinaloa Cartel leaders such as Ovidio have rankled Mexico President Claudia Sheinbaum, who has pointed out that the Trump administration designated many cartels as terrorist organizations. They've repeatedly stated that they do not negotiate with these groups, Sheinbaum has said. So they need to explain why, in these cases, agreements are being made. Okay, they got the little bolsitas right there. Trompito cracked down on Fetty Wap suppliers. El Pocha's cartel, based in Mexico's western coastal state of Sinaloa, is still the biggest supplier of Fetty Wap to the United States, according to the U.S. authorities. President Donald Trompito has threatened higher tariffs to force Mexico. We don't hear about tariffs no more. China and Canada to stop the cartel and other criminal groups from transporting the deadly rug over the U.S. border. Across the United States, DEA agents have reported seizing about 44 million Fetty Wap pills and 4,500 pounds of Fetty Wap powder this year and made more than 2,100 arrests related to the rug. We are not slowing down, Robert Murphy, the federal agency's acting administrator, said Tuesday at a news conference in Washington. We are dismantling these networks piece by piece. The DEA's Chicago office has seized more than 1.6 million pills containing Fetty Wap so far this year, sharply up from the approximately 600,000 pills it reported seizing all of last year, and the 65,000 is seized in 2022. The regional office, which covers Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, also has reported seizing more than 395 pounds of Fetty Wap powder so far this year, compared to 229 pounds last year. The rug, a deadly scourge on Chicago streets since about 2005, is mixed into counterfeit pills that sellers purport to be Oxycontin or other prescription rugs, and also is blended with Sharon and other rugs to be snorted or injected. As the number of Fetty Wap seizures has risen, the number of opioid unalivings in Cook County has fallen. In 2024, the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office reported that opioids were responsible for more than 1,000 unalivings countywide, mostly from combinations of Fetty Wap and rugs such as Sharon. There were about 1,800 such unalivings in 2023, more than 2,000 in 2022, and about 1,900 in 2021. The demise of the Sinaloa Cartel. Flores says he doesn't think the Sinaloa Cartel or others made a strategic decision to enter the Fetty Wap business. It was reactive, he says. The demand was there, especially in the middle of the opioid crisis, and Bartel saw an opening. For them, it's always been about profit. Fetty Wap just made more money faster. But, Flores says, it's also been one of the worst long-term decisions they've made. Yes, it brought profits, but it also created a new generation of leaders who lacked the discipline, structure, and respect of the older generation. Their obsession with violence and power is part of what's brought so much heat and instability. And there it is. There it is. Again, the Bartels and their unions have always been violent. So, I get it. The kids is wild or crazier, but they get to do that. They get to play with their toy soldiers. You know what I'm saying? They get to play with their toy soldiers and send them out as cannon fodder while they roll up in a new Bugatti somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And then when they're done playing with their toys and they've lost enough disposable soldiers, they go cut a deal. They call Jeffrey Lichtman and shit. They cut a deal. All right. Salutes. Let me run through the chat.
You don't want no problems.
Anybody got an opinion or something to say on this article here? I mean, Jay, didn't say nothing there that he don't say here, He feels like it's a wrap for them. And technically it is. Sinaloa Cartel doesn't exist anymore. Let's see. Shout out Zach, can't wait for the music convos. Shout out Diego Lewis. Just saw the podcast with True Crime. Congrats, Shy. Keep it up. Salutes to you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Salutes to Matthew Cox and Kobe. Salutes to them. Shout out Yuck TV on the check-in. Shout out, I don't recall they ever got caught, if memory serves me correct. The Flores twins caught themselves in a dilemma and decided a way out with loads and a recording. That is you should be writing the metadata for this channel, okay? Because that was exquisitely said, my friend. And that's why I repeated that shit when I was reading it. Because I don't remember that getting caught shit either. And then people get mad. Oh, you're caping for the twins. Why? Because I'm telling the truth. They weren't caught. Yeah, they were caught between a rock, a hard place. You know? But the fuck are we talking about here? The truth is the truth. And just what the news could say, whatever. And then the dummy could come and bring this to me and say, no, look what it says right here. And this is the Chicago Sun-Times. Well, that shit don't mean nothing to me no more. Can't nobody argue to me and bring me the Chicago Sun-Times and expect me to believe that shit. Yeah. Shout out Vernon Himes on the check-in. Appreciate you, sir. So I hope you never add them pharmaceuticals to the wheel. It's a horrible idea, coño. It's a bad idea, papas. I don't know if you're trying to reverse psychology me or what, but, you know. Salutes. Shout out Big June on the check-in. Salutes. I could have said more, but it wasn't the right platform. Yeah, probably not. It was thorough, it was clean, it was, you know, what it is. It was what it is. All right, happy Friday to y'all. Honey's up in the chat for y'all. But what does that mean, the end of the Sinaloa Cartel, you know? And the rise of what? What's next? The alliance? I don't know. I don't know. It's a conundrum. That whole situation's a conundrum. Because it's boom, you just move in a... Now, there was somebody in the comments today with a snarky attitude talking about... what was he saying? He was saying, oh, they always got another guy. There's always another boss above the boss, above the boss, above the boss, above the boss. Yeah, but you got to acknowledge the change of organization. That's just so that you can say, oh, they caught Yoma, but there's somebody above him that they didn't catch. Come on, man. We're going to keep making invisible men. Upper Echelon said, I got a few emails asking if I think Alfredo and Ivan will cooperate. Now let me tell you something. We put up a poll the other day. I feel like doing it again. It's like the third or fourth time I put up this poll. I feel like doing it again. You know what I mean? Will Ivan and Alfredo make a deal or fall in war? There's the poll. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Now, Upper Echelon, tell me if I'm wrong. I believe we had this conversation on the channel, on a live. And I feel like your thought process was different than you. Tell me if I'm wrong, if I'm just making up shit. Didn't at one point you feel like they were just gonna go out in the war, they was just gonna fall? Has your mind changed over the deals and the nature, the whole situation with Ovidio and bringing the old man over and all of that? Has that... Well, it had to be after the old man because the war was already on, but has that changed? Has this deal that Ovidio made and the fact that they brought his family in from Mexico changed your mind and made you think now they'll come in and make a deal? Or did you always feel that way? Maybe I'm remembering wrong. Shout out JP, no reverse psychology tonight. Yeah, Robin was part of the article. You didn't hear me? I couldn't. I wasn't gonna do it in his voice though. Damn, Shannon put them all together, huh? CJNG, Hezbollah, and ISIS. That's what's next. I probably got clapped just for saying those words right now. Shout out Eddie. He said, absolutely they make a deal. I don't doubt it. Throw China in there too, Shannon, because I don't doubt it. Robin gets around. But yeah, what's next? Because, you know. There's going to be a bunch of paper plates with nothing to do. No, the game don't stop. Does it even move? Has there ever been a state like Sinaloa? Because even, and you know what? I thought I saw a picture of, oh, no. It's in the other article. We're going to get to him in a minute. Boom. Shout out Stovetop. Péguenle al pinche botón, raza. No mames.
No mommy's wait.
Hit the like button, y'all. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Well said. Well said. All right. We're going to get to it in the next thing, though. But, like, even when we were talking about when they were raiding Rocha's office.
Oye, ¿y el Rocha? ¿Y el Rocha? Bueno, ¿y el Rocha?
And no worries, Shannon. It's on me. It's on me to not say the words. But salutes. You say what you got to say out there. Because I didn't think about it till afterwards. Anyway, I ain't worried about it. I keep moving. Salutes. Even when they raided Pocha's office, and I'm looking at it, I'm saying, yeah, it's the people standing up for themselves finally, right? Upper Echelon says, man, side of people's different, you know? A lot of them people could be the other faction, the other side, you know? So that culture is embedded in that state like that, right? Has there ever been a criminal state, you know, where these big type of things were based that was ever turned around? Did anybody move? I guess, right? You know, the game was in Guadalajara at one point. The game was in Tijuana at one point. The game's in Sinaloa, right? Wow. No worries, Shannon. No worries. Wow. So anyways, that was the question that I posed. Let's check out the poll. Make a deal. 70% say make a deal. Make a deal, make a deal, make a deal. All right. I'll leave that up there for a second. Let me stop this recording. Let me stop the remux. Sorry, maybe because the media has made mention of them Middle Easterners seem like the boogeyman. I feel like them two may hold out a bit longer than most. They're less flash, more belt to ass, huh? Because y'all tell me, the community tell me. Shout out R2. Watch Jay on social media. Bartel probably after him. Lay low. You already won. I lost my train of thought. I saw that. I thought it was funny. Y'all tell me if y'all see a lot of, you know, Bartel culture, TikTok. You know how we see the Sinaloa Bartel for years, of the Chapitos, especially the Chapitos, you know, showing off the money, the cars, the houses, right, all that shit. I don't know that I see that much from CJ&G. It seems like they're more, like I said, less flash, more belt to ass. Y'all tell me if I'm right or wrong. Y'all tell me if I'm right or wrong. Let's see what's going on with Jeffrey Lichtman and Claudia Scheinbaum. Scheidebaum. Let's see. Because shout out JP, upper echelon, why didn't you clarify y'all weren't picked up? Y'all used your way to get out of your problems. I'm sure he didn't get to read that article, before it came out. He gave his quote based on what they asked him. But he don't know the details of what's in the article and what they get right or wrong. That's just how it goes. All right, let's check this shit out. Less reading, the better. Here we go.
An unusual loss. Tonight, our NBC5 Investigates team looking at developments in an unusual lawsuit filed by the president of Mexico against El Chapo's attorney for critical comments he made here in Chicago.
Investigative reporter Chuck Gowdy has the story.
The attorney for drug lord El Chapo and the new president of Mexico tonight are in a Dirksen building, Donnybrook, for what the lawyer said about her here in Chicago. While standing in the lobby of the Chicago federal courthouse, Jeffrey Lichtman branded President Claudio.
Damn, you got her suing you, bro? You know fucked up.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
Scheinbaum as a shill for the drug cartels. Last Friday, when attorney Jeffrey Lichtman walked to the microphones in Chicago's Dirksen Federal Building, he had just appeared in court.
We covered this when he did this. We saw this. We saw him say what he said. But I didn't think she was going to go full Drake on him and sue him. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Court on behalf of this man, Ovidio Guzman Lopez, known as El Raton, the Rat, who is pleading guilty. Guzman Lopez is a son of the cartel kingpin El Chapo, who Lichtman has also represented for years. During this Q&A, Lichtman took a sizable swipe against the Mexican government, accusing Mexican leaders of being in cahoots with the drug cartels.
It's not so much of a surprise that somehow, for 40 years, the Mexican government, Mexican law enforcement did nothing to capture who was probably the biggest drug dealer, perhaps in the history of the world.
That is this man, Sinaloa Cartel co-founder Mayo Zambada, who was mysteriously flown over the border from Mexico a year ago and is now jailed in New York City. But after roaming free here in Mexico, overseeing decades of drug violence through numerous administrations.
Perhaps she should look to her predecessors in the president's office and try to figure out why that happened. Instead of acting as the PR, the public relations arm of the Zambada drug trafficking organization, which is what she sounds like.
Tonight, Mexican.
Does he sound like he knew he fucked up right there? He paused for a long time.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
Organization, which is what she's public relations arm. Instead of acting as the PR, the public relations arm of the Zambada drug trafficking organization, which is what she sounds like.
He chose that word. He chose to say the word rug. Right? He chose that shit.
You don't want no problems.
I know the CJ and G flashing more muscle than bling. Yeah, I agree. You mean la chapizetas are done, the sombrero's still there, not going nowhere. Oh, you, okay.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
They don't got no, so the CJ and G ain't gonna come at them? They ain't got no problems. Everything's gravy. Maybe I asked the wrong question. Do we think at some point Maito Flaco's gonna make a deal? Huh? Them bitches gotta make a deal. 298 is on his bullshit right now. He's all in there.
I'm in your bubble. I'm in your bubble.
Watch Oakland Leaks podcast. Yeah, we new to this. Salute to you, Luis. I appreciate you. That's the real shit. Real cheeseman there. Yeah. Real one-sided, too, though. Yeah, better. It is what it is. Number one. All right.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Someone taking down military planes just doesn't seem like they're going to go down as easy, and the Middle Easterners using them blades seem like they go different. You got to get me the Middle Eastern connect. So that's what's happening with the CJNG. They got the Middle Eastern connection over there. Luis Carlos said, "Fuck no." Luis Carlos, you probably even said that the old man would never be caught one time in your life, right? You said I'm sure you said that too, right? I'm sure you thought the old man was untouchable, no? Yoma's and Pocha's power was built during the presidencies of Salinas, Cedillo, Fox, and Peña Nieto, and they want Claudia to take all the smoke. Get the fuck out of here. Just dropped my son off now. I got a 2-hour drive back home. Talk your shit. Well, drive. Yeah, don't talk your shit. Salutes. Safe travels. Make a deal once he's caught or about to get caught. Who will? Maito Flaco? That's your call, Nando? Maybe that's the next poll. All right, 60%. 60% right now say Ivan and Alfredo are going to make a deal. Drive safe 298. Salutes. Salutes Shannon. Shout out Young Jizzle on the check-in. Appreciate you, sir. Luis Carro, anything's possible. Anything's possible. And people's superheroes fall every day. He was betrayed by his God. Yeah, we know. We know. That's not what we're talking about, though. But you thought that was impossible at one point, right? At one point, you thought that was impossible. That's my point. We know everything that happened.
Tonight, Mexican President Sheinbaum has filed a defamation suit against Lickman. The Mexico Attorney General's office and AG Alejandro Gertz Manero claiming statements of cartel protection are false and that Lickman should be held responsible. The New York attorney continuing to stir things up on social media, citing the president's corrupt office and government. Attorney Lickman has not responded to NBC Chicago messages, but between time in front of the cameras last week and social media, his views
Upper Echelon, get fucking Jeffrey Lickman on the line. Give him the StreamYard link right now.
Have been made clear. As for the president, she is declining a tit-for-tat debate with Lickman, saying the lawsuit will be sufficient because, as she put it, they can't allow such slander. Back to you.
Boy, she gave him the tate quieto. Watch your fucking mouth, Lickman, is what she said. She's not here for your games. Not here for your games at all. Shout out Middle Easterners equal ISIS. I don't know how to put it without getting clapped. Me either. And what if I was talking about a girl named ISIS? Like, come on, man. And Dude will be on bullshit. I don't know how to put it without getting clapped, but them people just don't seem like they're turning themselves in like most of these people who have made deals. All right, we're going to see. But you might be right. You might be right, man. You might be right. Let's move on to the next story because there's a lot of reading in that. Lost it where it's at. I must got a window open somewhere because flies got up in here. There we go. She went full Drake, bro. Lickman ain't saying shit we haven't said. No, they just told him tate quieto. They told him watch your fucking mouth, man. It was like, no, mommy's wait. You gotta relax. There's a Spanish saying, it's good to trust, but not to trust is better. yeah, it's good. I like that. I wanna hear that shit in Spanish. Boom. So Lucy, I appreciate y'all hanging out, doing hood rat shit with your friends.
But I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.
I want to get to this story. Let me start recording here. You're right. Now we're at war in Sinaloa. Thanks traders just like this raza working with ICE and shit. Yeah, that's filthy too. Fuck ICE. But yeah, we got the point across. Anything's possible, bro. Anything's possible. And ain't no one motherfucker above the program as far as I could tell. Alright, let me Wrong one. Like this. Boom. All right. 300 days of the rug war in Sinaloa. Peace is in the hands of the criminals. All right. On Sunday, July 6th, Mexico surpassed a milestone that should have never existed. 300 days of the war in Sinaloa. By the time this text reaches your phone, it'll be 307 days. Right now, it's more than that. And the other terrible milestone is 365 days will inevitably be reached at a rate of 6 to 8 unalivings a day. More than 1,500 terminations, at least officially acknowledged, and more than 1,800 missing in the toll that grows every day. These are the daily aftershocks of the earthquake that caused the collapse of the Sinaloa Cartel, once the largest criminal organization in the country and probably in the world. A framework that suffered a crushing blow in January 2016 with the definitive capture of its leader, Joaquin El Pocha. And that began to shake a year later with his extradition to the United States. The vacancy generated a vicious fight. On the one hand, the Sons of Los Chapitos claimed the criminal organization as their inheritance. On the other, the longtime members, El Yoma and El Juano, demanded it based on their seniority in the cartel. All were willing to use their hammers to defend their case. All right. This is number two of the gorillas. All right. Number 2.
You don't want no problems.
Numero dos. Coño, man. That's 2 gorillas. 2 gorillas. Wow.
You don't want no problems.
The structure was shattered on July 25th, 2024, when Los Chapitos deceived El Yoma and handed him over to U.S. authorities in exchange for benefits and protection. That day, the Sinaloa Cartel collapsed, and although for 7 weeks there were efforts to unite what was already rubble, his fall became official on September 9th with a series of clashes in Culiacan, the state capital, which generated psychosis and anxiety amongst the residents. The war had begun. No more white flags. Now there are only irreconcilable factions with disparate interests. Tribes that were once united and now hate each other to termination. There's no cohesion, nor will this ever be. After more than 300 days of war, there are 5 important lessons we must learn. Peace depends on criminal groups, not the governor.
Oye, ¿y el Rocha? ¿Y el Rocha? Bueno, ¿y el Rocha?
This guy right here is a dirty, rotten fucking scoundrel. You know? This guy's a dirty, rotten scoundrel. Let me tell you. In the days following Yoma's snatching and bringing him to the United States, this guy was all over the place showing face. All the way up to when we heard about the, I think we heard about the C4 command center that was tapped in to governmental cameras, right? And then it went all the way until Sinaloa stood up and they went to the governor's office and they tried to throw a couch through his wall. After that, I ain't seen this motherfucker.
Oye, ¿y el Rocha? ¿Y el Rocha? Bueno, ¿y el Rocha?
I ain't seen him. I heard a rumor. You know, Velez told me he went and got a haircut and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't hearing nothing else about this motherfucker, man. This motherfucker right here, he got some payments pending. Shout out Jay. Aren't the other cartels more brutal and ruthless? Might be bad if this is true, or all of them the same. If you ask me, they're just More extreme in different areas, if that makes sense. But it's all the same oppression. None of them just want business. Don't you understand that the power is more appealing than even the money, than even the product? The power is intoxicating. You know? Shah, do you think once you complete your condena announcement, you can insert an expert from Gucci Mane Wasted track? Insert it where on the soundboard? You want me to get fucked up and then figure out how to do all that shit? You wildin' the fuck out. He's as corrupt as the rest of them. Might as well put a hammer in his hand, and a gold one with some titties on it, and sit him in a Lamborghini and shit. You know? Might as well, right? That motherfucker's in the game. He's branded. He done gave up the keys to the castle, you know? So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Good point. Salute, Jay. Appreciate you. It's the power, man. But this guy right here, I ain't seen him since they tried to put a couch through his wall. I ain't seen him. If y'all seen him, you let me know. Velez said there was a site. He's like a Bigfoot. Fucking roach. Roach is up in the chat for the fucking roach. Politicians, boy, they're the shit that people think the villains in movies are some made up shit. Nah. No. It's not how it works. Definitely not how it works. Let's get it. 1. In Sinaloa, as in many other states in the country where an organized crime group dominates the territory, the current governor is a mere mediator. Mere mediator. If you ask me, he's less than that. His work in matters of public security is very limited. Those who truly command the pacification of the state are the criminal groups. Almost a year ago, Francisco Labastida, the former governor of Sinaloa, told me in an interview in his office in western Mexico City, peace in Sinaloa depends on the mood of criminals and not on the capabilities of the authorities. The same was said, in other words, by then commander of the 3rd Military Region based in Mazatlan, Francisco Jesus Leana Ojeda, when questioned by local reporters last September about when the war would end. It doesn't depend on us. It depends on we read that, we reacted to this. It doesn't depend on us. It depends on the opposing groups that they stop confronting each other and leave the population alone so they can live in peace. Said then the highest ranking military officer in Sinaloa with extraordinary frankness, Governor Ruben Rocha Moya, a.k.a. the Roach. At his side, nodded in agreement. All right? These fools is wildin'. Right?
You don't want no problems.
In life, it's more because what you can over what you can do over what you want to do. Yeah, over what you want. Facts. Facts. I just sent you something in Discord. Salutes. I'll get that. Shout out Julio Rivera for the sub up.
Julio Rivera just subscribed on YouTube.
He's one of the boys with Los Alegres del Barranco. Kind of like when you play Mr. Nice Guy. I meant a piece from Gucci Mane check. Yeah, you want? I'll add that. Yeah, just remind me of the Discord.
Stovetop 1011 cent $4.99 on YouTube.
Shout out Stovetop for the $4.99. Appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the channel. Salutes. Shout out. Boom, boom, boom. Get it. I appreciate you. Éxito, likewise. All right. Salutes to you. Can you ask Jay what he knows about los hermanos Hurtado or La Squaga from the Familia Michoacana, please? You're just going to have to be here, Jesus, on that day. I mean, I could take a screenshot of this, I guess. But that shit don't usually work well because there's one me, and if like when I screen this and it don't go straight to the Discord, I'll never be reminded. Or I'll probably be reminded, but I'll be lost. Salutes to everybody that helps me. Jizzle. All right. This also has to be understood by business people, journalists, and states searching mothers who have given up seeking protection from local authorities and prefer to mediate with organized crime. This is what Delia Quiroa, founder of the March 10 Collective, who has been searching for her brother Roberto, who disappeared in Tamaulipas since 2014, does. A few weeks ago, she made history by winning a district judge position in Sinaloa. Those are the people that make change. And unfortunately, these fucking animals go and they take them out. Like, you know, like Don Alejo, like Santa Miriam. What we want is for them to respect our lives and let us search for our relatives. For people to stop disappearing and finally for the Bartels to reach a peace agreement. Delia repeated, echoing the voice of the searching mothers, like Ceci Flores, who echoed their desire aloud. For the Bartels to reach an agreement, for them to decide to put away their weapons. In Sinaloa, public safety, or the lack of it, is the work of organized crime, not the authorities. Sometimes one and the same. Organized crime is a parallel army. Salute to my chat. Best chat on YouTube. Facts. Fight with me about it. I don't give a fuck. All right. So far, this poll says they're going to make a deal. I'm going to end the poll. 65% say make a deal. 35% say fall in war. And 23 votes. Salute to y'all. Thank you for participating. All right. Let's get it. 2. We sensed it in the first Culiacanazo fiasco. The failed attempt to arrest Ovidio Guzman's son of El Pocha. We learned it during the second Culiacanazo, which did result in an arrest. And we confirmed it in the war. Organized crime in Sinaloa has paramilitary responses. This isn't just a drug cartel, but a criminal organization with an enormous capacity for immediate and violent reaction using pre-tested tactics and military-grade weaponry that rivals the armed forces' material resources. It has been a gradual evolution that occurred before our eyes. Crime stopped being comprised of hammermen rehearsing in the mountains and now hires Colombian mercenaries with experience in counterinsurgency to train new recruits. It is the professionalization of violence, the paramilitarization of crime. A pattern of recruitment of these types of profiles by criminal groups in our country has been detected, so we are already communicating and coordinating with Colombian authorities to prevent these activities from continuing, said Secretary of Citizen Security Omar Garcia Harfouk last month. Most of these Colombian mercenaries have impressive resumes. Supported by the United States, they've studied combating guerrillas and clandestine groups at the Pentagon or the School of the Americas and have trained at military bases in the Middle East, such as the United Arab Emirates. They teach young people in Culiacan the most widely used paramilitary techniques we have seen in recent months. Coordinated blockades, pincer ambushes, use of tactical vehicles, technological surveillance such as installing their own video surveillance cameras at the city's entrances and exits, hit-and-run attacks, dispersal and regrouping, dissemination of false information, and psychological intervention through intimidating and demoralizing messages. These motherfuckers got too much time on their hands, man. Shout out Ivan Castro. Diddy says they taking a deal.
You don't want no problems.
What I miss up here? Shout out Tone on the check-in. All right, boom. Rub promises are broken in wars. 3. For years, Sinaloa, let me do this already. Bow, one down. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Shit. For 3 years, Oh, I'm sorry. I instantly read that line upside down and backwards right after that shot. 3. For years, Sinaloa lived in a strange tranquility due to its relationship with organized crime. Thousands of residents assumed that by living alongside the cartel, they would be safe from violence. As I was told by a local journalist whose name I must not mention, we kept telling ourselves that since the drug traffickers and their families live here, the city would be safe from violence. We were terribly wrong. It's a phrase I've heard over 15 years of covering organized crime. They live here. That's why they take care of us. Their family is here. Nothing will happen to us. The drug traffickers take great care of their neighbors. Phrases that the cartel itself prepared to be repeated like a lie told 1,000 times that becomes true. AKA miss me with the bullshit.
No mommy's wait.
AKA I'm going to throw this party for the community, you know. I'm going to buy these turkeys. And I'm going to throw this big party, feed everybody, and I'm going to take a look at y'all's 15-year-old daughters and see which ones I want to take with me. That's what it seems like to me. All right? It's a phrase I've heard over 15 years of covering organized crime. They live here. That's why they take care of us. Their family is here. Nothing will happen to us. The drug traffickers take great care of their neighbors. Phrases that the cartel itself prepared to be repeated like a lie told 1,000 times that becomes true. Crazy. One of the Culiacan's prides was that the city was protected against the right to operate fee. The Sinaloa Cartel, its residents said, would never allow this abusive tax imposed by organized crime. On the contrary, if someone wanted to extort a business, all they had to do was report them to the nearest plaza boss, and the payment would be canceled. That changed with the war. Any armed conflict is expensive. Every day, thousands of pesos are spent on ammunition, weapons, gasoline, repairs, salaries, and bribes. The accounts keep bleeding, so the money comes from somewhere. Organized crime broke its promise, and at the end of last year, the extortion charges began, both from the chapitos and the hats. The collection was a mortal blow to hundreds of businesses which were barely surviving due to the lack of customers caused by the unofficial crew. So basically, these guys are more brutal, and these guys are more, inhumane, or a different kind of inhumane, like we spoke about earlier. Fuck what the old man was talking about. Now it's taxation without representation around this bitch. We'll do the taxation. We're not going to let nobody do the taxation. We're going to do that shit. You know? Sound like a scene from New Jack City. CMB giving out turkeys and shit. But instead, these guys are, watching your 15-year-olds. They said, fuck all that old school shit. Extortion. We getting everything. And here's the thing. I said it. I mean, we need to talk to some people that be on the powders and shit. What's going on out there? Has the business of trafficking not suffered over this kind of war? I thought I'd see the effects of that immediately. Maybe I'm not in the loop. I don't know what the price is. It's just crazy, though. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. An army conflict, expensive. Gas, repairs, bribes. The accounts keep bleeding, so the money must come from somewhere. Broke its promise at the end of the year, and the extortions began from both sides. The collection was a mortal blow to hundreds of businesses which were barely surviving due to lack of customers caused by the unofficial curfew. We need to get
You don't want no problems.
We need to get Jeffrey Lichtman on the line immediately. Get him on the line. Can you confirm or deny that you're making accusatory statements to President Ciderbomb? Shout out Ivy on the check-in. Salutes. I'd also like to include them little kids raised in the poverty, gorillas raised in the poverty. The gorillas like in South Africa, and throughout the African countries. I highly doubt they biting the cheese. Yeah, I don't know. What are prices like? Anyone? Anyone? Abre la bolsita. Abre la bolsita. You know? But that's it. They turned on the people. The people. Who I told you was gonna lose this? Same people that always lose in war. The people, and they losing. Immediately they started losing. Immediately. All old deals are off the table. The same has happened with organized crime's supposed moral code of not attacking women and children. The most serious breach of that promise occurred last January when an armed group unalived Gael and Alexander, two boys aged 9 and 12, in cold red liquid, prompting the first major march in Sinaloa against the war. This is the march which was the last time we saw.
Oye, y el Rocha, y el Rocha, bueno, y el Rocha.
We never saw that fool again. We never saw that fool again. I didn't. And he was all on the blogs. He was everywhere. He was everywhere. Bartels break promises when their interests are affected. Oh, we know that. Twins been telling you that. People say, oh, the fall of that started when the Twins did this or that. And it could have started when Chapo put Mochomo in jail. And it could have started before that with the whole Miguel Angel Felix Gallardo situation. It could have started be all that. It was a situation that was destined, they're all destined to fail, and then another one will rise up. JP, please, the fifth.
Mono con los ojos tapados.
Peace on the street depends on peace in the cells. 4. The violence in Culiacan is fueled by a prison controlled by organized crime. The Alguarruto prison in the capital of Sinaloa, where escapes of high-risk inmates are common, and organized crime orchestrates massacres and snatchings from its cells. All right? They running shit from the walls. They ain't got to be in the world to run it. From May 21st to the 30th, authorities conducted a surprise inspection and found an arsenal. 598 bolsitas, 318 cell phones, 165 magazines of various caliber, 140 cartridges, 113 cell phone cards, 62 long hammers, 40 radios, 18 mobile broadband devices, and a 5-meter deep and 15-meter long tunnel connecting the prison to the outside, among other illicit objects. That's a hell of a fucking raid, huh? That took a long time to accumulate all that shit, huh? When was the last time they checked for anything in that joint? And who called for that raid? En Culiacán ya no el cartel de Sinaloa del 2010. Era nomás gente de Chapo. No sé, el cartel de Sinaloa. I get you. I hear you. So the chef is basically saying they ain't been the Sinaloa Cartel since 2010. They just been one side or the other. We get it. Someone's in trouble. Someone's in trouble. The inspection responded to a reality that no one can hide. The Aguarruto prison is another center of operations for organized crime, In fact, during the first Culiacanazo, October 17, 2019, when Ovidio was captured and subsequently released, 47 inmates escaped to reinforce the street revolt and pressure the withdrawal of the armed forces. Since then, it's been an open secret that the Chapados and the Hats gangs enter and leave the prison at will, using it as a hotel, weapons depot, telephone extortion center, rug warehouse, and for some even as a hideout. Salutes to the chef. Yeah, man. We appreciate you. The war in Sinaloa is also sustained by this prison, which authorities refuse to intervene or even close, as happened with Topo Chico prison in Nuevo León, which had to be demolished to prevent the Gulf Cartel and Los Zetas from continuing to use it as a war room. The conflict in Sinaloa teaches us the importance of adequately managing prisons. If the state loses them, organized crime takes them anyway. In the rug trade, grievances aren't just settled, they're inherited. Shout out Ivy, it's my birthday. Salutes to you. Happy birthday, sir.
Are you ready to party? Let's go! Get your hands up! 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 Get your hands up!
Happy birthday, Ivy. Salutes. Hope you're having a good time. Since my birthday, I just ate Indian food with the family. If I have one wish this year, it would be for peace for all people living in conflict zones around the world, from Mexico to the Middle East. Salutes to you. Appreciate you, sir. Happy birthday, Ivy. Salutes to Chef. 5. More than 1,500 unalivings in less than a year have left Sinaloa with its wounds open. And amongst this bloodbath are the orphans of this armed conflict, who lack a state policy to prevent them from entering organized crime to seek revenge. For the moment, the state government only recognizes and grants scholarships to minors who are indirect victims of femicide. The aid amounts to just 4,000 pesos every 2 months, provided until the orphans turn 18. According to the latest public information, only 27 minors are beneficiaries. Oh, way to help the children. Way to help the children, government of Mexico. Government of Sinaloa, fucking Rocha.
Oye, y el Rocha. Y el Rocha. Bueno, y el Rocha.
That shit frustrates me. 27 minors, and they say, yeah, they get their bonuses and shit, but 27 minors, you know, we took care, we gave them 4,000 pesos every 2 months. What's 4,000 pesos, y'all? Somebody that knows, tell me. Thank you. For war victims, there's no financial support, only brief psychological therapy to address temporary crisis, and public defenders who are overwhelmed with so much work. Worst of all, no one knows today what will happen to those children and adolescents who grow up in rage and helplessness after witnessing the unaliving of their family members, and who will seek to take justice into their own hands. I mean, what else they got? Nothing to look forward to. Just scroll through social media to find this feeling on the surface. On TikTok, for example, the revenge scenes involving the character Jose Maria Venegas from the television series El Señor de los Cielos are filled with comments alluding to what's happening in Sinaloa and the preparation by several people to exact an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth for the unalivings in the war. And there's a lot of people that are on the internet just talking shit, you know? But there's a lot of people on the internet that in that lot of people, you pull the numbers, you're going to get a percentage of them that's they're going to go out there and they're going to end up on one of them videos that we watch where they're on their knees and they're telling the camera who they worked for and how they betrayed them. And then it's going to be over for them. Because they're disposable. Shout out Grease Junkies. He said like 200. JP said 213. 27 of them. Good job. Good job, Rocha.
Oye, y el Rocha. Y el
You
Rocha.
fucking devils.
Bueno, y el Rocha.
All you politician devils.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
They should put all those motherfuckers in jail.
You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail.
Shout out Adrian Torres. Took my nieces to the park, and while I sit on the bench to watch them play, I stay tuned in. Salutes. I know the feeling. That's good uncle shit. I know what it is to do that kind of shit. So salutes to you. All right, salutes to you. Shout out Al the Pal on the check-in. Shout out Grease Junkies. Again, happy birthday, Ivy. The war in Sinaloa has been going on for more than 300 days. If we don't intervene now with the orphan children and adolescents, we can see conflict that will drag on for several generations. That shit been happening in Chicago ghettos and in Mexico forever. Blood vendettas. Any comments or questions before I end this segment of the video? And I hit the end button.
You don't want no problems.
Shit's frustrating. That shit gives me a headache. 27 kids, and they say, yeah, we spent the money in the right place. 27 kids get $200 every, what they say? Every 2 months. What a fucking joke. That's them kind of videos you don't want to be on. The Middle Eastern people make them videos too. Indeed they do. Shit's crazy. The people, man. The people been suffering for 300 days. It's crazy that it's about to be a year that Mayo got snatched, man. And we've been right here. Rest in peace, Chucky Chingon. Shout out Money Mitch. Watching your reaction to the twins. Firework, bro, from Delaware. Salutes to you. I appreciate you, man. Come through. Join us more often. Make sure you hit them like buttons. All that good stuff. Make sure you subbed up. Get through them playlists. The playlist is crazy. And, we'll see you in the chat, man. Join the Discord. Anybody else out there that want to join the Discord, I'll drop the Discord link. Again, we have a bunch of affiliate programs and sponsors. All right, we got NordVPN and Survival Frog and DUBBY Energy. Jump into the description section if you're looking for anything like that. If you're shopping on Amazon, use our affiliate link. That'll throw a kickback without no cost to you, to the channel. But salute to y'all, man. Out of power. Mobs are like some football teams. Some got their eras like Cowboys, Patriots, and then they fade away. It's just what it is. There's no legendary, we've been in the game for 100 years. You know who that is? The Colt family. Weapons manufacturers and military weapons manufacturers and armor manufacturers and these people that get these government contracts, and those families been around 100 years. But as far as those crime families been around 100 years, the Rockefellers, this one, that one. But as far as organized crime, like the mafia, they go the way of the dodo bird. Or they turn into something different. All right. Shout out to Chef. I need some Google Translate over here, making me work hard after shots and bong rips. In Culiacan, the prisons were the offices of Ivan. But after the unaliving of Comandante Nitro, the government took control. MF put his people in after the unaliving of El 30. Salutes. So I'd like to call foul on the play. I paid attention, and they've claimed that war been going on since like 2015, or depending on which president they want to pin it on. It's different. It's evolved into something else. I think it was more of a Cold War between the hats.
The Chef 408 sent $19.99 on YouTube.
Salutes to the Chef for the $19.99 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. Salutes to you on your third super chat on a live. I appreciate you. And I'm glad to translate your messages. Salutes. All right, thank you very much. Yeah, it depends which war they're talking about. When I say the war, I'm talking about the shit that started 300 days ago. I'm talking about the shit that started after they snatched the old man, where everybody thought it would happen the next day. They'd be bathing in blood if they snatched him. It's called planning. It's called stacking your chips. It's called loading your hammers. It's called putting on your war paint, saying goodbye, and going to war. That's what that was. And everybody wanted it to happen the next day. No way. Shout out to Chef. Thank you again. Bartel paid military more than how the Zetas did it. Depends where the kid from. If he poor, he probably gonna want to be in the mob. They need more military than sicarios now. Kids want to be rug lords and sicarios than doctors and teachers or the fruit man or the farmer. Yeah. But, you know, again, we're in a generation now where we can show our kids what it looked like. There's no lack of video in the gore section of our Discord of young kid realizing he done fucked up.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
And stating his plea before he passes away, which probably ain't even his own words. You know? Boom. For those that want to join the Discord, there's the Discord link. But yeah. We gotta show these kids these videos. Hey man, that could be you tomorrow. Quick action. You know what I mean? No problem. But Rocha, you paying 27 kids $200 every 2 months. Y'all ain't shit. Orphaned by some shit that they ain't had nothing to do with. You know what I mean? Hit the like button if you have yet to do so, y'all. Let's get to that 50. All right? Boom. I'm going to stop that there. Stop the remux. I owe a gorilla, and I owe a shot for Zoraida. And then I finish my beer, and I think I'm good. Oh, yeah. There you go, JP. When, hold on, let me stop this. When Mayo got picked up, no answers for Quinn, and Rocha keeps disappearing. Who is Rocha?
Oye, y el Rocha, y el Rocha. Bueno, y el Rocha.
Nobody knows where he's at? More like 600 on standby. What you mean? But yeah. No answers for Quinn. And then the Sinaloan police were the ones that gave us the video, or the Sinaloan, no, it was the Sinaloan Attorney General, the Fiscaleria, whatever the fuck it's called. They gave us a video of somebody getting, I don't know what happened to him, didn't look like nothing happened to him, in a gas station by some dudes on a motorcycle, and they said that's what happened to Quinn. Mayo said, nope, that's not what happened to Quinn. And remember, Mayo was supposed to be going there to address qualms from both sides, from Rocha's side and Quinn's side, and try to chill some animosity out. If you ask me, El Rocha is, what's the word? He is, I'm a little lit right now.
Oye, y el Rocha. Y el Rocha. Bueno, y el Rocha.
He is he's part of a crime, bro. He's I can't think of the word right now. I'm lost. But you know what I'm trying to say. That dude got some bodies on his hands. Shout out Zoraida. I'm a tough love woman. So I traumatized my kid by showing him the pictures in the gore section. I tell him this is what happens when you fuck around and want to play narco instead of getting an education. It's just a fact. Motherfuckers be like, "Shut, are you caping? Superman, shut up, bitch." It's just a fact. I'm just trying to tell young people the facts. The facts is that shit is hyped up. The whole shit is hyped up. All the missing people in Mexico, no training camps though. Nothing to see here, folks. No incinerators, none of that shit. Shout out JP, because Google says the Mexican Cartel War, also known as the Mexican Rug War, has been ongoing since 2006. Well, they're probably talking about when it started between the Beltran Leyvas. Well, that's exactly what they're talking about, between the Beltran Leyvas and the rest of them, Yoma and Pocha. Shout out Adrian Torres. Any update on Diddy's sentencing? Nothing yet. Not that I've heard of. We could take a look, though. Out of point. Yeah, but that's where someone let them know that they're not going to live that long and having to look over their shoulder and their family that has nothing to do with the life they live in. No, you got to show them the worst of it. These kids want to go to these house parties in Chicago. Show them the bloodbath at the end of that shit. I had to go see the shit for myself. Shout out to that shit. She said the unspoken word. What's that? Love? No. What word? Where is that? Oh, Narco. Nah, don't worry about it. Y'all don't worry about it. It's on me. And if I miss it, I miss it. Fuck them. El Tubo could kiss my entire ass. But sometimes I don't think they care. If they be law-abiding citizens, they're probably going to struggle their whole life. Or they go out like that. Quick action. Done deal. Shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. Alright, gotta fill this up. Get that last bong out of there. Alright, man. I think we covered everything there is to cover. It's very slow news in the Bartel world. Just so-and-so got shot and this one got this and that one. Who gives a shit? It's a shit show. Even looking on the websites, it's like, they're just repeating the same shit over and over. Rocha no sale del palacio. He's sleeping there. Hey, man. I ain't seen him. Yo no lo he visto.
Oye, y el Rocha. Y el Rocha. Bueno, y el Rocha.
Since the time they were trying to beat his ass, I ain't seen him. Now, before that, I saw him everywhere. He was everywhere. He was all over the place. Carifresco. Didn't they do a whole program where they took all the guns away from the cops in Sinaloa? Took their guns away. Left them with nothing. Took their hammers away. See, that's me getting loose. And talking without codes and shit. Back in the day, my old man would show us the Alarma newspaper. I see he wanted to show us the consequences of what's going down the wrong path. Good. Good for your old man. In Mexico, the little towns really just got elementary, high schools, and bigger cities. Last I heard, Diddy's sentence is not until September. Yeah, I think they said something about pushing it to October. Could have changed, though. Yeah, I think I don't know if it got... Or they tried to push it. I think they blocked that shit, though. Then that dude, they railroaded that dude. I don't give a fuck what nobody fucking wants to argue with me about. All right, uno más. This is number 3. I think this is another one of... Well, JP might have got his too. I think also got one. Yeah. Good. Or I overdid it. I don't know. You know what I mean? So you ain't trying to open the wheel for my boy Ivy's birthday? Salutes to Ivy. I bet you Ivy's birthday wish for me is to not open the wheel. Alright. That's it. That's 3 gorillas. I owe one more shot and finish my beer. Shout out Joey Gomez on a subscription.
Joey Gomez just subscribed on YouTube.
Salutes, welcome. Shout out Adrian. 44th like Ed the Hip Hop Guru on the check-in. Salutes to Ed. 44th like. Hey, man. Thank you for getting us to that 44th spot, bro. I appreciate you. The judge asked both sides to submit past cases where the Mann Act has been the conviction. Oh, yeah? Well, maybe we got to do some catching up. Shout out IBC. Yeah, I think I nailed it, JP. I nailed it. Country Boy, salutes to you, Country Boy. We used one of your videos yesterday. When I cut the edit, I will make sure I tag your channel and put it out there. I appreciate you. I was hoping you pop up yesterday while we was doing it. So I'm going to be honest and say I only got 2 bongage ribs. I'm a reformed man. Yeah, that's what I said. You got 2. The third one was... Let me see. Oh, the third one was Miguel Lopez. Yep. It was a water, a beer, 2 gorillas for you, a shot, a gorilla for Miguel, and a shot that I donated to Zoraida. All right, salute Country Boy. Yeah, we used that Southwest T clip because we came to the realization that Chopper don't give a fuck about no jewelry or no Cinco de Mayo, so we had to talk about it yesterday. Smoke them if you got them and stay hydrated out there. Smoke them if you got them, drink them if you got them. If you're sober, here's a hug from me to you. Stay hydrated. It's hot than a bitch out there. All right. Shout out Karen. Germany in the house. Salutes to you. Hit that like button on the way in, y'all. Let's get to that 50. All right. JP, JP wants you to spell that shit out. That's exactly what you're saying. That you're confirming what I'm saying. He's looking for some clarification. That shit's funny. All right, man. Tomorrow night, big fights. I'm excited. How long we been here? 2 hours, Lutz? Let's see. I got clapped. Who did I get clapped by? No, it was a song that clapped me. We got Manny Pacquiao versus Barrios tomorrow. And we got Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway. Eddie Jimenez was hating and didn't show my comment. Salute to your dad. He did you guys right. That's a parent's goal in their kids' lives. Absolutely. Who you got in the fight tomorrow? Which one? I'm always looking for an underdog. I'm always looking for an old man come back, get a title. If he deserves it, he deserves it. And if he's able to do something with that kid, Barrios, then he should have that belt. So I think I'm going to go with Manny on that, just for the fun of it, because I don't really care. And salute to Barrios if he pulls it out. But as far as Dustin and Max, another one I really don't care for. It's who I think will win and who I want to win. I'd be okay with a double knockout, double retirement from the both of them. They ain't got nothing else to prove, as far as I'm concerned. I think Dustin will take it, though. Unfortunately, Max's 2 trilogies, he'll be 0-3, but that shows you how good those trilogies are. Usually it's not a trilogy when you get beat 2 times, to go on to the third one. But Max is just that kind of fighter that they say, come on, Max, bring your ass back. Let's try that shit again. Shout out IB. Said, JP, I appreciate your positivity suggested, but Shai knows me too well on that one. Yeah, I called it, dog. It's all good regardless. I just want to make sure my dude IB is aware. He's aware, bro. He's aware. I love the ironies in the I'm a sucker for the story. And I love the ironies in the Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier fight. Like, you know, one was one's first fighter, the other one's gonna be his last fighter. This is their trilogy. You know, just their records are identical in the UFC. Like, this is fun, and they're fighting for a BMF belt, a belt that was created for motherfuckers like them, for motherfuckers that fight like them, not the athletes. It's for the fighters. It's for the fighters. You know what I mean? So, I don't really got nobody in no fights. I just want to see some good fights, legendary fights, and go from there. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all. All right, they had weigh-ins today. Manny Pacquiao, crazy. You know, it was a good podcast that I saw yesterday was Shaq and Mike Tyson. That shit was fun. You know? Shout out 298. You spitting facts. I appreciate you. Usually 298 be like, get the fuck out of here. So salutes. Pitbull got a different fighter because the other guy has trouble with weight. Oh, is that what happened? No shit. Who was that? That's not the Ige fight, right? Hold on, let's go to the card. Let's go to the card. Right here. Ears on them motherfuckers. So this shit ain't happening? Dan Ige versus Pitbull? Alright, I gotta look at the weigh-ins. I don't even know what happened. Let's get it. I was looking forward to that fight. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. See, 318 weigh-in. I want the official weigh-ins, though. Not the ceremonial. Here we go. I think I got the officials.
$125. The official weight for Carly Chase. $126. The official weight for Nicole Cagliati.
4, 3, 2. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Shannon, we gotta at some point take a look at that and see if there's any updates.
186. 186. The official weight for Bruno Fajeda.
Thanks, Bruno. $185.
There was a time where I could tell you the story of every fighter up on the card. Not anymore. Not anymore. But they give exciting fights, and then I remember their name. That's one thing about the UFC: exciting fights in the prelims and shit.
Or Ryan Spann.
This motherfucker be knocking people out.
All right, thank y'all for being here.
That boy looked disgusted with making weight.
242. 242 for Lucas Dresky.
Oh, look at the irony, Jesus Martinez. Pitbull's fighting on the boxing card too? No shit. Who are the women that just weighed in? I don't know them. They're new to me. Again, the game moved on fast. The UFC used to be much smaller, so you were able to follow every fighter's career. Now they got so many shows, and I have so many shows that I can't keep up anymore. I know the legends and the motherfuckers that get through the division. But until I watch the prelims and they got a badass fight.
205, the official weight for the Bendigo Bomber, Jimmy Crute.
We'll see if there's a countdown show for this episode. They'll give us a couple of the fights.
Thank you, Jimmy.
205, the official weight for March.
Light heavyweight.
Yeah!
Relax.
$171, the official weight for Adam Higgins.
Dude look like he beat your ass and read you a book. Get to the shit. That's a bad look, boy, when you gotta take your drawers off to make weight. I don't know none of these guys. Okay, Vittoria, no Vittoria.
186, the official weight for Marvin Vittoria.
He don't look good either. He looked like he had a hard weight cut. Vittoria's big.
Great state of Louisiana, Brendan, all in out. All in.
Damn, JP got a vendetta or something with Max Holloway, boy.
Mono con los ojos tapados.
I wonder if Holloway gonna get knocked the fuck out again. Holloway gonna go out on his shield. That's what he's gonna do, whether he get knocked out or not. You know, it's he gonna go out on his shield. But it's very possible, especially since he's been knocked out. There was a time you couldn't knock him out, but now since he's been knocked out, you're more susceptible to being knocked out.
185, the official weight for Covington, Louisiana's Brendan Allen.
Michael Johnson, good fighter. Ige, all right, so this Pitbull fight still happening, which is good. This is going to be a good fight.
145, the official weight for Danny Gay.
Pitbull, good to see Pitbull in the UFC. You know, a lot of those fighters stood at those other organizations for way too long. Shout out Ethan on the check-in. Salutes to the Mixie Monster. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you for coming through.
145, the official weight for Patricio Pitbull.
Kevin Holland got himself a victory, and he's like back-to-back. Let's do it again. Right? And I ain't heard nothing from him, which is good. Just be quiet and fight, man. All of the talkers. You got to win the fights and be that cold. Then you start running your mouth. Because you're going to run into a wall eventually.
170, the official weight.
And if you're going to run your mouth, own that shit if you do get your head knocked off. You know what I mean? Just own that shit. Hold that L for a little while. You know what I mean?
For Kevin Holland.
4, 3, 2, thank you, Kevin.
Appreciate you guys.
Acosta always has a fucked up weight cut. He's too big for the division.
185, the official weight for Paulo Costa with that co-main is now official.
This shit is just too unhealthy. These motherfuckers is dehydrating themselves to high hell. I mean, would you rather get KO'd in a boxing match or in a UFC fight? That's a good question. That's a good question. Is it like just one punch KO? Or like, you know what I'm saying? He come and he get the extra shot. In the UFC, you get the extra shot, man. And nobody likes to get punched in the face while they're sleeping. So I'm going to say, since there's an extra shot in the UFC that happens while you're unconscious and defenseless, I'm going to hope that the referee jumps between me and my opponent the moment I hit the floor in the boxing ring. rather than have some Dan Henderson, logo made out of me because a motherfucker leaped into the air and dropped an elbow or a forearm down on my face while I was asleep. So I'll take the boxing. Just one punch KO, boom, one punch KO. That's it. That's it.
Contender competing for the BMF title and weighing in for the final time as a UFC athlete, Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
I'm surprised he ever went back to 155. Like it's hard for people once they go up to 170. They're like, man, I don't want to cut that weight no more. Look at him, he's still cutting that weight.
Mama Farah just subscribed on YouTube.
Shout out Mama Farah for the subscription. Salutes. Shout out Ethan. He said I learned that from her. Well, how not to take the extra shot.
156, the official weight for Dustin Poirier. Built the reigning, defending BMF belt holder, the decorated former featherweight champion, and the future Hall of Famer Max Blessed Holloway.
I just still feel like Max is smaller than Dustin.
155. 155.
Who I would like for Max to have another shot at.
And with that, your UFC
I don't need to see nothing else from Max. Max can retire tomorrow. I'm good. But if I could see him get one bit of revenge, I'd say give him. Here's the problem with it. I say give him the Conor McGregor fight, but the problem with that is Conor been on whatever he been on for too long, and Max been fighting at the highest level. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to see some gorilla strength Irishman come in there after years of benefiting from, benefits to go in there and fight a Max that's been actively, becoming a legend that Conor just couldn't be. How to keep punching while you're out. Salutes. Best KO in the UFC, George Masvidal versus Ben Askren. That's pretty beautiful. Salutes to Ben Askren, who just survived a double lung transplant. Was in a coma for something like 3-4 weeks. Something like that. Maybe more. Got down to 140 something pounds. It started with a staph infection and it ended up turning into a pneumonia and a double lung transplant and all kind of shit. But the man woke up. Tough son of a bitch. But yeah, that knee was beautiful. It was a beautiful knee. Is there anybody in the chat that has never seen that knee? Fuck it. Get clapped real quick. Alright, it's real quick. Let me see. Masvidal. If it's on YouTube, I should never be able to get clapped for it. But that's just not how it works. Askren knee. Is that still the quickest fight? Does that hold the title for the quickest fight?
in the building.
All right, these two had a disdain for each other. Shout out Masvidal. Right, this fight lasted mere seconds before it was over. I'll play it and then I'll tell you what they had to say about it. Here we go.
In the building, and these guys.
Mind you, there's been mad shit talk for a long time between these two. Right? The guy on the other side of the cage is, again, the one that I told you just had the double lung transplant. He was new in the organization, was a champion in another organization, had a controversial opening fight here, but they had in this organization. Then they had this build-up with these two. They just talk mad shit to each other. And this is how it went down. This is how it ended.
In the building, and these guys just flapping gums at each other. Any chance they get. The fight clock is brought to you by Modelo.
That's it. That's all.
Please welcome.
That's it. That was the whole thing, right? That was it.
In the building, flapping gums at each other. Any chance they get. The fight clock is brought to you by Modelo.
Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna get clapped for that real quick. Son of a bitch. I couldn't help myself. All right, blame Jesus. Jesus asked the question. Well, he didn't. He posed that one. Now, if the Anthony Pettis cage walk kick, if that shit would have knocked out Ben Henderson, I think that would be the greatest of all time. All right. Shout out Zorado, wild blessings to him and his family. Double lung transplant, no joke, facts. This one was wild. I'll say Chandler versus Hooker is up there too. Chandler got one against Tony Ferguson too. That's pretty crazy. But the Anthony Pettis, if that one would have finished Ben Henderson, I think that would be on my list because nobody's ever pulled that shit off again. People were claiming that he gave him a head nod and told him it was coming, and it was a fight happening. They was fighting. Pettis versus Henderson. Cage kick. This shit was beautiful. So this Ben Henderson, he backs up to the cage. He charges at him, but then he pulls off some shit that we'd never seen before in the game.
And Stephen, I cannot think of a better way to bring down the curtain.
If that would have ended him right there, that would have been the greatest knockout in the history of mixed martial arts to me. All right?
Better way to bring down the curtain. And Stephen, I cannot think of a better way to bring down the curtain.
All right? And now if you watch it in slow-mo,
Better way to...
When he first raises his leg right here, Pettis sees it as a kick coming at him. Henderson sees it as a kick coming at him, so he swipes. But it wasn't a kick. It was him bringing his leg up to put it on the fence. So after he swiped, then the kick came. It's a thing of beauty. Slow-mo that shit. See how he swipes away at it? Because he thought that was the kick right there. He thought this elevation was the kick. He thought this was the kick coming, so he swiped at it. But the kick was actually coming to the cage, bouncing off the cage, and then hitting him. The timing was beautiful. Boom. That shit was crazy. Yeah. The fight didn't end there. They had a minute left. If I'm not mistaken, that fight went the distance to decision. But yeah, he got up from that. And I think they had another fight after that. He became UFC champion after that. This was at the end of this organization the UFC had. Well, the UFC owned it, but then they absorbed it. Spider-Man shit. He did some Spider-Man shit.
And Stephen, I cannot think of a better way to bring down the curtain.
Beautiful. Thing of beauty. I've seen people pull the knee off. He's pulled the knee off from there. Get a knee in while you're up there and shit. I hope McGregor gets knocked the fuck out every single time he tries to get in and attempt to fight. Now, if that would have ended him, I would have called that the greatest knockout of all time. Some Karate Kid shit for real. He was like, "This is Sparta!" Blessings and speedy recovery to fighter with the lung problem, Ben Askren, and everything I'm unable to type up at the moment. Salutes. All right. But anyways, I've been dropping highlights, Dustin Poirier highlights, whatever I run into, I've been dropping them in the Discord. It's gonna be an exciting fight tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I bet you the fucking press conferences were boring. Them dudes ain't got nothing foul to say about each other. This is the full card face-offs. We can take a look at that. See if there's another video. Here we go. Let's do this pressure highlight.
Thanks for coming out. Who's got the first question? For Dustin, of course. Dustin, I know being a lot going on this week, a lot of people making you emotional, taking you on trips down memory lane. As we sit here 48 hours out on the night before your final weight cut, how are you digesting everything?
I'm good, man. We got to save that stuff for after the fight. I got to be tough guy right now, man. You guys are making me cry, sending me notes from people I have a lot of respect for, but it's been incredible, man. The love, the appreciation. I feel seen, I feel appreciated. I love Louisiana. Thank you to the UFC.
Yeah, and it's in his hometown.
For coming back.
It's crazy. Lafayette, Lafayette, Louisiana got two decorated MMA fighters, Dustin Poirier and Daniel Cormier, who was a, I believe, two-time light heavyweight champion and heavyweight champion, consecutive light heavyweight and heavyweight champion. Legend shit. Kane's partner.
Back here, I haven't fought here in over 10 years. Thank you to the fans. Thank you, Max, for showing up to do what we're going to do tomorrow, Saturday night, because I know it's going to be a banger. I love you all.
And for both you and Max, Dustin, you guys have both told me in the lead up to this fight that you're planning on fighting like knuckleheads in there. You want to bleed. So what is the fight going to look like? Is strategy go out the window right as we go, or how do you end up in that knucklehead type of war?
Bro, I try not to. I just have a natural ability to get myself in those kind of fights every time. I'm not trying to jab and circle and win rounds. I'm trying to scrap and finish these guys. And Max isn't afraid of the fire. We've shown that before. We watched his career. We watched him become champion. We watched him put down the legends of the sport. So you have two guys like that, it's going to be a head-on collision. You know, we're going to be crash test dummies in there, baby.
Max, your feelings? I know, I saw on the Countdown show your coach said you have lead in your hands now fighting at lightweight. What kind of war are you expecting on Saturday?
It's going to be a fun one, man. It's going to be a fun one. It's his last dance. We're expecting. There are the boos. There are the boos. Bring on more of the boos, please. Give this man his...
Hey, he asked for, he said, fuck it, I hope they boo me. You know, Max never deserves to be booed, but in this instance, they're in New Orleans, man.
Respect. That's what I like to hear. It's going to be a fun one come Saturday night.
And for both...
He said he expect if it was his retirement fight and he was in Hawaii, he'd expect Hawaii to let motherfucking Dustin Poirier have it. So, you know. Shout out Jorge Gonzalez. I think he's a little bit behind on the playback. Salutes. Shout out Raven on the check-in. Appreciate you, Raven. I see in Real TV they about to scrap. Indeed they are. Indeed they are. And for the love of the art.
For you guys as well, it's been a bit of a tradition now with someone wrapping the belt around the BMF winner. It was Masvidal, Mark Coleman. Who would each of you like to wrap that belt around your waist if you get the victory on Saturday night?
Yeah, let Weezy do it.
Max, would you want that as well?
I'm not going to disagree with that.
And just lastly for you, Dustin, I know you use your platform a lot for your Good Fight Foundation, everything for your last fight here. What are you doing to kind of give back?
So there it is. I think it's official. Lil Wayne going to put the belt on the winner.
To close out your MMA career.
Yeah, I'm going to auction off everything I wear Saturday night. again,
for those that don't know, this is something that Dustin does all the time. He donates his fight gear to his foundation, and other fighters on the other side, sometimes they'll donate their stuff to his foundation too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Michael Blade. I'm a new subscriber. Salute to you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Shout out Old Soul in the check-in. My brother Old Soul in the building. Jesus said, hopefully he don't run out like the King of New York. He don't run out like turn out like the King of New York. Who? Dustin or Max? They're going out there to knock each other the fuck out. You know? But they can't end up like the King of New York. Why? Because they've run their mouth and they've backed it up for years. So, Berlanga just got to do less talking and more throwing hands and defense. And people got to stop the conspiracy theory every time their fucking fighter loses. This is a tough one for me. There's the two guys who made me appreciate the sport in the first place. Exactly. For me, too. I love these guys. I've watched them. I watched their first fight. I'm watching their last fucking fight. You know what I mean? Salutes. All right, I'm finishing this beer y ha cumplido mi condena. Done deal. And the extra. And I got Zorada shot in there. Yeah, so I don't care who wins. It's a pick 'em fight for me. I think Dustin will win. All right? I think Dustin will win. But, you know. But good shit, man. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. And I'm hoping we get it. I would be happy in a perfect world. 5-round war. Double knockout at the end. They both retire. I'll be okay with that. Yeah, you're going for Dustin. You got to go for Dustin. Southerner by birth and half French. You got to go with Dustin.
Our next goal, but currently right now, we just got finished. It's grown to where I don't even have to be there right now. I have such a strong team and community of friends, family. My brother.
Oh, man, I can't wait. Oh, let the channel blow up. Can I get my foundation on, man? Huh? Can I give more than $200 to 27 kids that were orphaned by a war that is in the middle of? Fuck out of here. I like that shit.
My business, there our next goal, but currently right now, we just got finished. It's grown to where I don't even have to be there right now. I have such a strong team and community of friends, family. My brother, my business partners, everybody on the board. Alan Jobin, his wife and son all came sweating that warehouse and helped when I was finishing camp. So over 1,200 backpacks with school supplies got filled. And August 5th, we're doing the pickup in Lafayette, Louisiana. So as soon as this fight ends, I get a little downtime and we right back to fighting the good fight.
You're known for your knockout ability. He's never been knocked out. Are you strictly going in there to bang with him, or you might surprise him with some grappling?
I definitely go to knockout him out Saturday, because look this energy. Look this energy. I will take advantage of this energy, and I'm gonna bring a lot emotion, action, and I'm gonna knock him out. And I have nothing against him. He's a good boy, good guy. But from now until Saturday, I'm gonna hate him. And this is what I need to bring for.
Yeah, you know, you fuck around and get under Costa's skin. That motherfucker he might look gassed out at the end of that first round because he throwing everything at you but the kitchen sink, but he trying to take your fucking head out, and he might be there at the end, huffing and puffing, but he might be there at the end.
Cage Saturday night, and I'm gonna bring this. I'm focused on this, you know. I will take advantage of the whole energy from you guys. And Saturday, I'm gonna bring fire on this cage. Believe me.
It's not a good thing. You can't piss off a Costa. Costa hits hard as fuck, man. He hits hard as fuck.
Question for Dana. Question for Dana.
Go ahead.
Got to put you on the spot a little bit. You know, we're here for the Diamond, Dustin Poirier. Do you have a favorite moment throughout Dustin's career?
Well, I've been talking about this all week. I mean, if you look at his last 11 fights, he's fought all killers. Like 7 of them were all held titles. And, you know, Dustin's been very important to this company. And that's why. I mean, he wanted to do this fight here. We made sure it happened. And a couple things I want to say. I want to thank the governor, who's been incredible to us. Really has. been incredible to us in setting up this fight in Caesar's Palace.
Zaya got a TKO Group Holdings established 2023 New York shirt on. Boy, times have motherfucking changed, man.
New Orleans, too. Thank you, guys. We appreciate us in setting up this fight in Caesar's Palace, New Orleans, too. Thank you, guys. We appreciate everything that you've done for us. And yes, we love Dustin. Who's got the next question?
Question for the Diamond. Dustin, the fans here love you not just because you're a great fighter, but because you're a great person. You've had so many memories in Louisiana. What's your best memory with the fans here at home?
Man, I remember 2008. I fought right here across the street in the Superdome. Rich Clementi's from around this area. I don't know if a lot of you know Rich, but he's a pioneer of mixed martial arts.
Yeah, Rich used to fight.
He was in the UFC forever.
Yeah.
He's a Louisiana legend in mixed martial arts, and he put on a show with a car company. They did a car show and set up a cage in the middle of the Superdome. I don't know if it's ever been done before or after, but in 2008, I was one of the first people to fight in the Superdome in mixed martial arts, so I'm proud of that, man. That's a good memory in Louisiana.
Paulo, you've got one Russian across from you this weekend.
Here's the thing about Louisiana, too. Daniel Cormier will tell you. He'll be like, listen, man, Louisiana loves me, but I'm not motherfucking Dustin Poirier. You know? Which I'll be like, what? You're a fucking Olympian, Daniel? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about here?
You've talked more specifically. You've got unfinished business.
Bro, he used to be called Borrachina. But he's sober now. But look at him. He's pissed. They done pissed the Costa off. I don't know what they told him. I don't know what they called him. But he's bouncing at this point.
With another Russian, more specifically from Chechnya. If he's tuning in this weekend, what's your message to Khamzat Chimaev?
Yes, you guys know about that already. Everybody knows about that. We have a, mutual hate. After this fight, I'm gonna send a message for him. But until there, you need to wait to watch.
You talking about Khamzat? Now Khamzat got a fight? Who did they say Khamzat was fighting? I forget. Anybody can refresh my memory? I think Khamzat finally got a fight. He's been trapped overseas for some reason that they're hiding from us. Salute to everybody still here. Let's get to that 50. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. I appreciate y'all. What's wrong with this dude, though? He bouncing up and down and shit.
And because my focus right now is on this guy. So I need to focus on him. But, of course, I have a plan after that. And I have unfinished business with Gourmet Chechen, Chimaev. And, yes, I'm going to face him sooner or later.
And one more for Max Holloway. Max, you had the opportunity to play spoiler against the Korean Zombie. You said, listen, I want people to boo me. If this was a Hawaiian crowd and somebody was fighting me, they'd be booing them out of the arena. So you got the audience here. What's something that you could possibly say to fire these guys up to get you to boo you this weekend?
They don't need no firing up. This is exactly what I expected, and I'm thankful for them, Give this man, he's a hometown hero, guys. Give this man his respect. Keep booing my ass. Hey, Dustin said this. Gumbo sucks. Hey, Gumbo sucks, guys.
Gumbo sucks. Salute to Max, man. Max just want to go out there and put on a fucking show, man. He want to go scrap. Let's scrap. Did it for Zombie when Zombie left. Somebody stole Korean Zombie's gloves, his retirement gloves. That's some dirty, rotten, foul fucking shit.
Next. Hey, go ahead.
My question is for Roman Kopylov. А теперь по-русски, Роман, мы знаем тебя как скромного, тихого парня. Обычная история учит, что к таким парням...
Those are camera glasses, I think. I think he got camera glasses on.
Нужно относиться настороженно и их опасаться. К чему готовится Костя?
Всех привет.
Hold on a second, Roman.
Question for Roman Kopylov. Everybody knows you as a very shy, humble guy, very quiet. And usually, as history shows, that this type of person should be worried about. Should Costa start worrying about you being so humble and quiet?
Go ahead, Roman.
Да, друзья, я всех приветствую. Очень рад быть с главным событием. Пауло очень интересные вещи говорит, которые я слышу на протяжении своей карьеры.
Bro, you're gonna need that nose reconstrued very soon, all right? You on some Vanderlei Silva in the Pride Days shit, all right? For those that don't know, Vanderlei Silva shit was so smashed in that he ended up having plastic surgery, and he was a whole different Vanderlei Silva after that.
Это меня мотивирует. Я думаю, мы устроим отличный бой. Я надеюсь, что он в лучшей форме. Потому что я тоже охочусь за нокаутом.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm super glad to be in co-main event. And you know what? Paula says a lot of stuff. I've been watching him his career. He says a lot of interesting stuff, and I'm ready. I hope he's ready as well. Hopefully we'll show an exciting fight for everybody.
That's it. Let's go. Let's go.
Go ahead, sir.
И еще вчера Пауло сказал, что...
Here's the thing. I used to be like, Paulo Acosta done gassed himself up, worked himself into a shoot. He's gonna go out there. He's gonna freak out because he's so angry. But nah, that motherfucker uses that shit. He uses that shit. I don't know if he gonna do it this time, but he's pissed off. I ain't seen him pissed off like this in a while. He's not happy. That motherfucker going after him.
Он не собирается ставить на кон свой титул Best Looking Fighter, самый красивый боец, потому что он считает себя некрасивым. Есть что ответить?
Also, yesterday, Paula said that there's a virtual title that he holds, which is the most beautiful fighter in the UFC, but he ain't putting it on the line because he doesn't think you're that beautiful. What do you say about that?
После боя посмотрим, может что-то изменится.
We'll see after the fight. Maybe something will change.
Well, he ain't gonna pull your nose out. He gonna push that motherfucker back in, but fair play to you. If you throwing kicks and shit, you're gonna catch him. You're going to catch him. It's going to be a lot of movement and big open shots for you to throw that head kick.
Good. Who's next? Go ahead, sir.
My question is for Dustin. When you started your MMA career, did you ever envision that you would have the biggest artists from New Orleans, Wayne, and the beloved 2009 Super Bowl champion Saints behind you? And what kind of words of motivation have they given you?
Nah, man, that was a dream. That was a dream. Not even when I started, even my first fight in the UFC, I walked out to Wayne. And my last fight, he's going to walk me out. You know, that's crazy. That's crazy. That just shows you, if you chase your dreams, anything's possible. Anything's possible. I come from Lafayette, Louisiana. The lights of Vegas and fighting in the octagon seemed so far away, and I just kept chasing the dream, man. So motivation, discipline, you can make anything. You can move mountains.
Go ahead, sir.
My question is for Dustin. Dustin, what words do you have for the next generation of fighters that look to achieve the level of success that you've reached?
Man, worries, I don't really have. Worries, it's just, don't get caught up in the glitz and glamour. At the end of the day, what pays the bills, what makes things count is the hard work and the holding yourself accountable. If that doesn't get lost in how big this is getting, you know, fighters are going to still be cut from that cloth. But it is changing a little bit, you know. I'm excited because I'm such a fan of the sport. When I lay these gloves down Saturday night, I'm going to be in front of the TV every fight. Hopefully ESPN brings me back and I can continue to talk about the sport that's changed my life and taught me so much. We'll see. But things are definitely changing, man.
Go ahead, sir.
Dustin, you kind of talked about this a little bit yesterday, but how does your history against Max kind of play a role into your fight against him tomorrow? Will you take anything from your history against him into Saturday's fight?
Bro, the only thing I can really take from the previous two is his output, his conditioning, his durability. We're different fighters every time. We're talking about 13 years, a trilogy that's spanning 13 years. We were kids at the beginning.
That's crazy. I'm old as fuck. Holy shit. Also, that means you old as fuck too. You older.
More mature, more technical fighters. The second one, this time, you know, the guys we fought, the things he's done, became champion multiple times, and we're different fighters every time. So this is going to be who we are in this day and age, this moment on
Hector
Saturday
Worldwide
night.
just subscribed on
But they're all
YouTube.
different fights.
Shout out Hector Worldwide for the subscription. Appreciate you. Let's see. I think Hamza has a mutual hate with everyone on the planet. That's a fact. He hates himself. Shy, if I may, the wheel should open for my OG wrench holder, in my humble opinion. Well, your humble opinion has been duly noted. These two are class acts, absolutely. I don't want to be in the business of depriving anyone of their wishes for my B-Day. So for what it's worth, I'll allow it. Damn. All right, I be put his wish on the table, man. All right, yeah, he ain't gonna fix his nose. He gonna break that motherfucker. Michael Johnson been fighting forever. Unfortunately, he's been in a gatekeeper role. A victory against Michael Johnson means something in this organization, especially for a kid like Zell who were on the way up. That boy smile hard than a motherfucker.
Thank you, guys.
Hit the like button if you have yet to do so, y'all. Let's get to that 50.
Thank you. Thank you, man. No, I'm excited. Thank you.
All right, this is going to be fireworks right here. Pitbull versus Ige. Good fight.
Face forward, boys.
Good fight. Good fight.
Thank you, guys.
That Kobe shirt is crazy. I've seen that.
Awesome. Thank you, boys. Face forward. Thanks, boys. Have a good day.
That's a big Russian, boy. DC. Wow, salutes. They asked for DC to be in the middle of their, which is only right again. That's the heavyweight champion, light heavyweight champion, former heavyweight, former light heavyweight champion, Daniel Cormier, also from Lafayette, Olympian, all that good shit. So it looks like he requested Daniel instead of Dana. That's what's up. And him and Max, Daniel and Max, very good friends, and Daniel and Dustin, very good friends. It's going down at this bitch tomorrow.
Let's stare at the crowd out here real quick.
Boom, there it is. All right, looking forward to that tomorrow. All right, y'all, hundreds up in the chat for y'all. We've been here 3 hours. Hundreds up. I cumplido mi condena. All right, JP's opinion has been duly noted. All right, salute to y'all. I'm going to run through the chat before I get out of here. Let's get to our 50 likes, though. If anybody has yet to hit the like button, hit the likes. If you just got in here, hit that replay game. Look through that live chat for those links. We got links up in there. Look in the description. Check our playlist. Jump in our Discord. All right, support the channel any way you can. There's a bunch of free ways to support the channel. All right, shout out Shannon. Deb was in here first. Salute to Deb. I can't go that high in the chat. Shout out Shannon, Zoraida, JP, Adrian Torres, Yuck TV, Vernon Himes. Again, JP, Big June, Upper Echelon. Eddie Jimenez, Stovetop, salute to Stovetop. R2. Luis Caro. Shout out 298. Salute for the good news. Salute Shelton on the check-in. I missed him earlier. Shout out Young Jizzle. Fernando, 298. Jesus Martinez. Jay. Tone Lope. Shout out to all the donators, everybody that played the game. Tercio, JP, Zoraida. Salute to Upper Echelon for his dono. Salute to Stovetop for the dono. Shout out to Miguel Lopez for playing the game. Shout out Ivan Castro. Again, Eddie Jimenez. Shout out to Chef. Shout out IB. Happy birthday, sir. Shout out Grease Junkies DIY. Adrian Torres, out of the pal. Money Mitch, salutes, welcome. Salutes to all the news. Everybody on the new coming through. Shout out to Chef for the dono. Appreciate you, sir. Out of the pal. Ed the Hip Hop Guru, salutes. Country Boy. Karen. Make sure y'all go check the playlist, share a video, tell a friend and tell a friend. Shout out Ethan, salute to the Mixie Monster. Shout out Raven, appreciate you. Shout out ICN Real TV. ICN Real. Shout out my brother Oso. All right, we're back at the bottom. I be appreciated. Hope you're enjoying your birthday. Shout out Hector Worldwide for the sub. Definitely going to watch them fights tomorrow. We will be here, Eddie Jimenez. Salute. It's going to be good fights tomorrow. Good fights tomorrow. With that said, your boy is out. All right, let's get to that 50 likes, though. I know there's somebody in here. 21 people in here. I know there's somebody in here ain't hit the like button. We get that 50. Can we get that 50? All right. Shout out Austin Wright on the check-in, stopping by to give salutes. Salutes to you, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming through. All right. We covered a couple of things tonight. Salutes to you. Let's see. Boom, cut the wheel off for the evening. Looking forward to tomorrow's fights. Let's see what Pacquiao pulls out of his bag of tricks. And we'll see what happens in the UFC. I think it's going to be some exciting fights tomorrow. All right. Boom, we got our 50. With that said, I will holler. All right, shout out Austin Wright, like number 49. Oh, we at 49? Oh, there it is. Boom. Because sometimes I see 49, but it's 50 on y'all side. Right now I see 50, so I would assume it's 51, but salute to whoever did that. Robin Mandilon self-changing on us. He left without saying bye. No, papa. It's when it's bedtime, it's get your ass to the bed. It's over. Right? Those days are over, man. Shout out Shannon. Good night, everyone. Shad, thank you. Stay safe out there. Salutes to you. Everybody stay safe. Head on a swivel. Shout out to everybody traveling. Have a good weekend. Leave the drama alone. In the words of 50 Cent, if it ain't worth smoking a motherfucker, let it slide. I mean, what was the one we heard yesterday? I never reach my destination if I throw stones at every dog that barks. All right, shout out to Mago. Salutes from San Diego. Appreciate you. Shout out HW. All right, boom. We got our 50. Y'all have a great night. I will holla. Peace.